The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。
テレビ
つけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ
よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
Here we go! Lucha, 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 lucha! It's the way of life!
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity.
This motherfucker does not pay me to do this.
The middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
The Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's because Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken
Phrasing.
out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bracket gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
Nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
If it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay. I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person? Bruh. Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cuck Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends?
Titty
Did your social
sprinkles.
credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
pro-black Twitter hoes.
That's right! That's right!
This motherfucker does not pay me to do this.
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh god, that's getting clipped.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
Drops, retard. Robocock.
Man, you can always You can always tell who's new in the chat by the duality of comments, where it's either like, what the fuck is this? Or it's, this is amazing. You know what I mean? Like you could just see it from a mile away. Shout out to all you guys. Welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right. We are live, boys. We are live. We are live. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, you got to bring it in. Come on. If you're new, it's okay. Bring it in. Bring it in. Get close. Get real close to the screen. Come on. If you got your phone, get real close. Just don't kiss me. That's gay. Get real close. Come on. Hurry up, man. We got to hug it out. We got to hug it out, man. It's been a wild week. We are finally in a brand new week after the insane week of last week. Come on. Bring it in. We got to hug it out, man. Listen very closely. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. Seriously, like the stream. Use your finger. Smash the like button. If you're watching on Rumble, welcome back, Rumble. Like the stream. That's right. Welcome back, Rumble. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you are watching anywhere else, you also work in the DEI department of Blizzard. Like the stream. Like the stream. Figure it out. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today? Listen, we got a lot. We got a lot we got to go over. All right. There is so much going on. It is unbelievable in the gaming industry. Lots of things to go over. We got some Charlie Kirk related news we got to go over. Blizzard stuff. We got Twitch nonsense. We got some Nintendo nonsense. Randy Pitchford nonsense. Borderlands 4 destroying the Steam charts. We got all kinds of things to go over. But what are you guys checking today? We are Charlie Kirk check. There you go. Shout out to Melody Johnson. Going back to my PlayStation 2 check. Nice. Rumble check. Welcome back. Checking FBI files at Blizzard. Big booty Latina girls check. Very nice. Very nice. What else we got? Thousands fired so far check. What's the number actually at? I haven't checked the tracker. Waifu Wendy with the creepy check. You definitely got that done. You got that. You got that down packed, Waifu Wendy. Don't worry. Nobody can compete with you. Nobody can compete with you. Captain Killer Gun says Rumble Moolah check. Nice. Nice. What else we got, man? Fetterman to save Democrats check. Pizza check. Nice. Enjoy your pizza. My ass is wet check. What the fuck? Blizzard from Dairy Queen check. Unsure what to check. Testicular fortitude check. Hell yeah. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. What else we got, man? Crash hugs for everyone check. Let's go. Let's go. What else we got, man? Hypno is gay check. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Deuce Volt. What else we got? Freedom will never die check. Shout out to Studi Mims. What else we got? Tig old biddies check. Hell yeah. So we got Big Booty Latina check and we got Tig okay biddies check. Very nice. Very nice. Legally blind check. Oh no, sorry. That sucks. Square Enix needs to fire the localization team. Yeah, we're going to talk about Square Enix too. We're going to talk about Square Enix too, man. We got a lot. There's so much to go over. It's fucking nuts, man. Nintendo got patent for weaponized your back. Bro, I fucking... Nintendo and their legal warfare, I hate it. I hate it. Their patent warfare is so gay. It's horrible. Call for me check. Blizzard's dead to be checked. Elon called out Bezos. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. All right, guys, listen, our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. Like the stream. Let's do the Bigot Army roll call. Let's see who is in his chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku urinalists, Black Samurais that did exist at one point but no longer do, and people that are part of a violent network of extremists that are suddenly deleting all of their profiles, acting as if the FBI doesn't already have their information. The world, man. TVT. What's up, TVT? We got John D. We got Valerian over on Rumble. We got Hanny. We got Tanya Raven. Elthalion. What's up, man? We got Mr. Melancholy. We got Yamato 85. We got Mr. Vegeta. Charlie Nuclear. What's up, man? We got Ken Clippy. Shout out to Ken Clippy. Diablo Mix. Oh, really? That's interesting. I gotta look at that. John D. Dragon Master. Breezy Stratton. We got Dragon Defender. Because Square Enix is retarded, unfortunately. We got Gnostic Monk. We got Douglas Dinkle. I love this name. Douglas Dinkle is an amazing name. Shout out to you, bro. We got who else is here? Dylan P. Mr. Melancholy. We got Romanizer 24. Christopher Lloyd. Low KZ 420 over on Rumble. Shout out to you. We got Deco Leader. We got Snooty Mims over on Rumble. We got Archangelus. We got YO Studio. What's up? Let's go. We got Radio Chimp, Marius, Sleeping Nova, Lilith Malice. Yeah, I saw that. I saw all of that. Setsuna Morningstar, Blue Octopussy. We got Hypnotic and Rapture. Who else we got? Jeremiah Maxwell. What's up, man? We got Zelosi over on Rumble. We got Beautiful Zexel. We got Bob Roberts, Randall the Vandal, Bigaboss. What's up, Bigaboss? We got Guffar35, Emily's Dismantling Delulus, Felstaff. We got Andre. What's up, Andre? We got Cole Morrow, The Voice in the Water, Commander Sonok. We got Ali Kusanagi, Matthew with the Hero Priest. We got QC, Ryan. We got Lionheart. Hypno is Lord of Rita's. I fucking hate that guy. Courageous Kristen or Kirsten. Shout out to you. We got Monkey Man 04. We got Luck E with the empanadas. Everybody should have an empanada right now. And if you don't know what an empanada is, it's terrible. Phoenix 545. XL Tomahawk. Yamato 85. Cody, what's up, Cody? We got Rudoka. Judge Magister Gabranth. We got Adam the Apham. We got, who else is here? James W. Corey Wilson. What's up, Corey? King of Mumbles. Melody Johnson. Golden Apples. We got, who else is here? Sir Old Man Cad. The Grumpy Man. Matt Fun Cool. Glitter Fart. Oh, God, man. These names just, they get me sometimes. It is what it is. All right, 4 more people. Come on, we're going to call out 4 more people. Let's go. We got a show to run. We got Valerian over on Rumble. We got Ron Mistars. We got Enraged Overweight Fanboy. What the fuck is with these names today, bro? What the fuck? Overweight, Enraged Overweight Fanboy. Oh, my God. All right, let's go. We got Hippo with the Hippo check. Extra Hall. Rockin' Hound Dog. Gunblazer Johnny. Randall the Vandal. Carl Singh. Bandito. What's up, man? David Allen. Paul Q, the legend. What's up, dude? And last but not least, we got Raptor Kratos. Democulus on Rumble. We got Mr. Rouge. Says evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's spam some Mr. Rouge emojis, shall we? Yo Mizer. Adam Juman over on Rumble. Skyfire. Valkyria Winter over on Rumble. Dark Obsidian. Shout out to you, bro. Byron Obsidian is over on Rumble. Girthy Banana. Fluffy Murder Machine. This is Sparta 9000. Sam Fisher. One Old Gamer. Hito 420 over on Rumble. Titan Wasp. John Bonzabi. Lights. Rosie. Phoenix 545. GS Priestess. Frenchie 07. And 17 Crash. Shadowcat. And Waifu Wendy reminding everybody that she is in the attic. Yeah, I have no idea. All right, guys. I called out as many people as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member. And let's see who is going to get the massive call-out money shot today, man. We got a lot of new people. Did he call me? Bro, this girl, I swear to God, she types nothing, and then she waits till I'm done. And then she's like, did he call me? Carajo, man. Hi, Sonia. All right, let's sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member. Listen, we got a lot of new people in here, so let's try to be nice. Let's try to be nice. Let's see who we got. Who are we going to sacrifice today? Reaper Knight says, no government censorship, no Lucifer. Repent Ultimate Booty Protection Sword of Azrael. And BGF 1000 times 7 in honor for Charlie Kirk. That's crazy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not it. Next to go up which goes back to XL Tomahawk, whose booty hole was protected, and now you got to go down. To Captain Killiguns with the combo breaker. Ultra Instinct, Uno Reverse, Kaioken going down times 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Voice in the Water support free speech, no woke game devs, no visa. Construct the ice slide to redirect money shot times 5 to go down, then prevent escape from its path. Ice prison that covers everything but the target's face. That's fucked up, bro. That's overpowered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. The irony is palpable.
Holy shit.
The irony is palpable.
Holy shit.
Wow. That's insanity. That's insanity. Well, I guess you're getting called out now. Congratulations to Sonia. You are the recipient of the money shot today.
What the?
Like the stream. The chat did it, not me. Like the stream. All right, boys, listen, seriously, we got a lot we got to talk about today. Some of the main topics we're going to cover is obviously Blizzard. We're going to go over the entire meltdown that some of these, I don't know if you want to call them people at this point, but some of these developers have been having over Charlie Kirk, obviously, and his assassination. We're going to go over what they're doing over there at Blizzard because they're celebrating, so I want to celebrate their celebration. And then we're going to go over some Square Enix stuff. We got a video from Asmongold that I kind of want to cover that is actually more telling now than it ever was because the video was filmed weeks ago before Charlie's assassination, and it pretty much drives exactly home what happened, you know, and seeing how this person was talking, how this person was trying to advocate for like basically the killing of people who they disagree with. I just find all of it ironic, so we're going to cover all of that. We're also going to be covering some fast topics. We got some Nintendo news. We got some Borderlands 4 news. We got a brand new roguelike video game that apparently is making waves on Steam that I have in my library that I didn't realize I had. It must have been gifted to me, and I'm just like, I'm completely out of it because last week was crazy. We're also going to talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake on Switch 2. Apparently, it's been confirmed 100% that the entire series is going to be coming to the Switch 2, so I just want to cover that. We got a lot of gaming stuff, man. We really do. There's a lot to go over. Microsoft statement. What else? Oh, and we're going to talk about Twitch. We're going to talk about Twitch today because Twitch is in some hot fucking water. And the truth is that Twitch has always been in the hot water, but this one's different. This one is different. So we're going to talk about it because I have never seen this big of a storm for people calling for the deplatforming and the banning of Hasan. I have never seen it this bad, to the point where Elon Musk is literally tagging Jeff Bezos. He does not give a fuck. He does not give a fuck. So we're going to talk about that as well. So we got a lot we got to go over, boys. Like the stream. But before we do any of that, you guys have been very kind. We need to do the number one segment on YouTube, the number one segment that is now back on Rumble, the number one segment all around the galaxy. This segment is none other than the pre-stream. He said hot water. Are you making fun of my spick language? Are you making fun of my accent? Because I said hot water. Pre-stream legend.
Money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash, money, wealth, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
Pre-stream legends, ladies and gentlemen. And don't worry, you can always make fun of my accent. I promise I will not shoot you for it. Do not worry about that. I appreciate that, man. All right, listen, starting us off, we got the legendary Mr. Melancholy. Shout out to the legendary Mr. Melancholy himself with a 2 said Blizzard should just be shut down at this point. Well, that's not going to happen. But I understand your sentiment. Trust me, I really do. I understand your sentiment. Who made this song? The one who made this song is the legendary man known as Will the Fans. Go check out his YouTube channel. He covers basically similar things to what we cover. The guy's amazing. He's a brother of mine. Shout out to Will the Fans. Let's make sure we put Will the Fans channel in the chat. Mods, if you could do me that favor. Will the Fans made that amazing clip and gave me permission ages ago to utilize that clip. So shout out to Will the Fans. And shout out to Mr. Melancholy with the 2, man. King Demon Wing with a 2 says, if you can let them shenan once, they will shenan again. Looks like we're back to normal, boys. Looks like we're back to normal. And then King Demon Wing dropping a 10 membership banger, which is the first membership banger of the day, which you guys already know what that means. I feel bad for all the new people who are about to see this clip for the first time. I'm sorry. Shout out to King Demon Wing with the 10 membership mega banger. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much, man. Fucking legend. Really quick, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the pre-stream legends to address the situation. But yes, we are live on Rumble. We are back on Rumble. The CEO of Rumble himself, shockingly, when I woke up today and saw my Twitter, I was like, what the fuck? The CEO of Rumble reached out to me and personally handled the situation himself. We had a little bit of a conversation about what's going on. And, I told him, like, I did not appreciate how your support system is just basically non-existent. Like the emails, I got ghosted by your support team. I got all kinds of different answers. He said he was going to personally handle it himself, and he did. And he said any further issues for me to ping him directly, and he will handle it himself. So I now have instant access to the CEO of Rumble, which is fucking insane. So there you go. It's all been handled. It's all been taken care of. And like I said, as long as they take care of it and do the right thing, we will be back on Rumble. And we're back. So there you go. So you guys on Rumble, you are free to donate as you have before, or just hang out there, whatever you want to do. Everything's good. The money is here, and they paid out. So there you go. Shout out to you guys, man. And it's crazy because I didn't even make a big deal of it on Twitter. I didn't even mention anything on Twitter. I legit didn't. Other people were tagging Rumble on my behalf, making it a big deal. And that ended up making the CEO reach out to me. So you guys are amazing. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Tanya Raven. We got Tanya Raven for a 2. Rest in peace, Charlie. Love you and your family. Shout out to Tanya Raven. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And shout out to Charlie Kirk. RIP as always. We got Sephiroth with a 10. RIP Charlie. It's hard to find the words to say how much you'll be missed. This world will not be the same without you, destroying the woke with us. Hey, his message is not being silenced, which I think is what's pissing people off the most. I think they really thought that by getting rid of him, that somehow that means that his words and his thoughts and his message was going to somehow go away. It's as if these people don't learn from history. Which, to be fair, that's the entire point of me saying that, because they don't learn from history. They are too busy trying to erase history for them to actually learn from it. But in any case, shout out to Sephiroth. Thank you for the 10. Tanya Raven with a 2. Enjoy Hypno Coffee Dark Roasted, 50% off. How is it 50% off from something I don't even have? I don't have a coffee company. BioT Wolf with a 5. How do you make a waterbed bouncier? Add spring water. Shout out to BioT Wolf 19 with the 5. We got Wedge Seraph with a 5. I'm not addicted to brake fluid. I can stop whenever I want. Thank you so much, Wedge Seraph, for the 5. I appreciate that, bro. Alec Baldwin's finger with a 69. 69. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. He says the invention of the shovel was groundbreaking, but it was the invention of the broom that truly swept the nation. Shout out to Alec Baldwin's finger with the legendary 69. 69. Of course it's 69, 69. Love you, bro. But god damn. Really? Really? You know, ABF, you want to talk about legacy? Your legacy of dad jokes has been carried by the subscribers of this channel for like how long now? Months? A year? What a legend, man. We got a Dare Soto with the 99-cent super sticker. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much. We got Lavistro with the $20.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
He says, I heard there was some Sylvanas Windrunner Bobs here. I guess wrong. Also, did Rumble pay you yet or said they're working on it? They paid me. Actually, what they did was, again, the communication is horrible from their email. The CEO of the company literally changed my account himself to allow me to have a cash out option that I never had before. And now I can cash out whenever I want, like Smash JT was saying he had. I never had that. So he changed my account himself and I cashed it out. So, I mean, that's that. So, but yeah, no, he fixed it. He fixed everything. A man who just wanted to talk with you. We need more of him on all sides. Shout out to Lavistro. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. We got Brian Mack with a $4.99. Thanks for what you do, Hypno, holding these fuckers' feet to the fire and calling up the BS. Keep it up, my brother, from another mother. RIP to Charlie Kirk. Bro, shout out to Brian Mack. Shout out to Brian Mack. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that, man. What a fucking legend. Thank you, man. That means a lot. That means a lot. John D says, so what was the issue to begin with? So, really quick, I don't want to keep harping on this, but the issue with Rumble was that Rumble, because I've been on Rumble for a long time, longer than most of you, right? Apparently, my Rumble account was like a legacy account where I never had the upgrades that all of the new people who have Rumble accounts had. I never had a cash out option. And apparently, they just completely stopped servicing accounts like that. So that's why I never got the money. So he had to go into my account and basically change it to something a little bit more modern that has all the upgrades and has the cash out account option and all that shit. So, but I'm like, bro, I emailed your company. I got no answers like that. Like nobody told me that. Nobody told me anything. I'm like, we need to work on this. What the fuck? Anyway, so he fixed it. It is what it is. Let's keep going. We got Shadow Blacklight becoming a member on the zone. Thank you so much, Shadow Blacklight. Appreciate that, man. Future Gamer. With a 5. Empanada and pastelas are the goats in the Spanish food. Grew up with all of that. Sure is, man. Sure is. Shadow Cat with a 5 says the media needs to be held accountable for incitement. Bring back Smith-Mullen Act, removed by Obama, Biden, and rename it the Charlie Kirk Act. I got to be honest with you guys. As much as I don't condone, obviously, you guys know what happened with Charlie Kirk, and that shit just completely changed me, to be honest with you. I'm really scared of any government enacting something called the Charlie Kirk Act. I would be going through that with a fine-tooth comb to ensure there is no overreach in that. I'm just saying. Like I feel like I don't think I'm wrong for being worried about that. I mean, look at what happened with the Patriot Act, you know what I'm saying? So I would be very concerned about that, you know? But I see what you're saying, Shadowcat. Paul Q with the 5 memberships. Shout out to Paul. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. And then we got Iron Man with the 5. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. Shout out to Iron Man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Fucking legend. And then we got the other legend known as Ali Kusanagi with the 1 membership. Shout out to Ali Kusanagi. Thank you so much, man. I fucking appreciate you, bro. Hold on. We got a legend in here speaking. I want to make sure he's seen. We got Mr. Rouge says, tell me who you know and I'll tell you who you are. The people whom we know are the ones that help us make our way through life. Charlie is one of these people, one that will never be forgotten. Bro, shout out to Mr. fucking Rouge, bro. Seriously, shout out to Mr. Rouge. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that, man. Sincerely. King Demon Wing with a 5. What did the fish say after swimming into a cement wall? Damn. Shout out to King Demon Wing. Golden Apples with a 189. I put springs on my chair. Bounce, bounce. Nice. Alec Baldus Finger with a 6969 says, how long? I check a calendar, but I'm afraid his days are numbered. God damn it, ABF. Sincerely.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. And I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Thank you so much, ABF, with 6969. I appreciate it. Miss Molly with a 249. My husband, My husband gifted Borderlands. No glitches. Nice. Are you talking about the new one or are you talking about the older ones? Comics Dad with 1 month says, how does Blackbeard play games? He pirates them. He plays A. Oh, no, he did not. No, he did not. He plays RPGs. He played lots of Stellar Blade for the treasure or booty. I respect that. I respect that. And last but not least, on YouTube, we got Diablo Mix with a 2. Arrest Hasan, Arrest Destiny, RIP Charlie. Shout out to Diablo Mix. I understand why people want that. Trust me. I get it. I totally get it. All right, we're going to go over to Rumble, see what Rumble has, and then we're going to go on to the content, boys. Here we go. Snooty Mims. Snooty Mims just dropped a $50 mega. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. He says, welcome back, Mr. 100K. I don't know what Rumble did, but I'm glad they made it right. This was a hard week for everyone. We have each other's backs. Hail my mighty friends on Rumble. Bro, shout out to Snooty fucking Mims. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. You legend. And then Valkyria Winter gifting a 5 membership. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. Thank you so much, Valkyria Winter. I appreciate that. Life Ferret with a 5. He's back on Rumble. Welcome back, Hypno. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for that. Crash Collins with a 5. Welcome back, Hypno and Rumble chat. They're celebrating over there. It's great. Lavistro with a 2 says, here's hoping Rumble actually fixed the pay issue for all creators and it's not a band-aid. I hope so. I think what it is, like I said, is that I was on an older account. So anybody who has an older Rumble account that is also a creator should probably be careful and make sure that they, figure out how to change their accounts, I suppose, or get whatever upgrades or bullshit. I don't know. Leviath with $1 made Nurgle bless chat and stream with his pestilence and toxic love. As for Blizzard, no hugs for femboys or anyone until they say sorry for being a bunch of non-YouTube friendly words. Shout out to you. Adam Juba with $1. Charlie Kirk is worldwide. We are Charlie Kirk. I agree. Adair Soto with $1. Finally, home sweet home. Now I can say all my other jokes again. It's nice and cozy. and Rumble. Everyone come on in. You're all welcome here. Better than YouTube on Super Chats. Yeah, it's because you guys can write paragraphs for $1 over here. Adair Sultan with $1. Knock, knock. Who's there? Lettuce who? Lettuce gets cozy. Oh, my God, bro. Oh, my God. It's so bad. Adair Soto with $1. Knock, knock. Who's there? Ice cream. Ice cream who? Ice cream all night if you're lucky, everyone. Ice cream all night if you're lucky. That's crazy. Deadeye's Lock with $1. What does the Democrats and entitled women have in common besides CDS? Their high unemployment rates. Wow. Deadeye's Lock with $1. Choose your raisins. Jasmine Crockett, Maxine Waters, and Nancy Pelosi. That is so accurate. Adair Soto with $1. Do you know who was the first black guy to admit he is the father? Darth Vader. That was actually kind of funny. Okay. All right. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. You got that one. And then we got Felstep for 10 months. My doctor put me on new medication. I was unsure on the instructions, and the operator on the help desk was quite rude. That's the last time I called the suppository hotline. RIP Charlie Kirk. Shout out to Felstep, bro. Thank you so much. Beautiful Zexel with a 5. Just one last tribute for Charlie Kirk. And to say thank you for what you did and being a faithful Christian. We're all inspired. Shout out to Beautiful Zexel. I appreciate that, bro. And then Seabrew for $1. Did you see the sitting judge that got fired from the Joe Burrow Foundation? No, I did not. Bro, it's hard to see all the shit that's happening right now. I'm trying to keep up. This female gamer with a 2. Welcome back, Rumble. Shout out to this female gamer. Thank you for that. All right, guys, listen, we are fully caught up on everything. Shout out to all of you. We got a lot that we got to go over. So let's get into the content. I'm going to catch up on all the other Super Chats after that, so thank you guys again. Let's start off with this one, man. Content number one, which is there's a brand new video game that has come out. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this video game is a response to the game called Take Us North, the supposed illegal alien simulator. Remember that? Remember the whole Take Us North game? Well, we have a brand new video game that they're announcing that is going to be a counter to that, and it's called Ship Them South. So let's check it out.
The following video game is rated P for pretty good.
Listen, if you want a shot at making it with ice, you need to think about it like it's a sport. Now, catching an illegal ain't always easy. Some you'll nab outside of Walmart, selling melons and such. Others you can catch just using your intuition. Sometimes you just have to pray someone gets a bad burrito. That way, they can report whoever made it, and then we get to take out an entire kitchen all at once. Working with ice isn't without its challenges, but with ice, you can get paid big dollars to make a real difference for our country. I think you'll do well here, friend. Maybe you'll be the one to find the most. And when you do, we'll ship them south, where they belong.
Tactical.
God bless.
Tactical illegal removal simulator.
It's the United States of America.
Oh my God, this is hilarious, bro. So obviously it's fake. This is an AI made video. This is not real. I just wanted to show you because it's fucking hilarious. Shout out to Alec Baldwin's finger for sharing this with us. I saw this. He had sent it to me like not even an hour before the stream, and I was like, bro, this is hilarious. This is like literally hilarious. But let's be real about something. If this game was real, right? The truth is that they would be trying to cancel this game, which is the hilarious part about all this. They would be the people who are like, oh, why are these right-wing Nazis complaining about a game about, trying to sympathize people crossing the border illegally? They would be the first ones to try to cancel this game. And what's even sadder is that this AI-made video is graphically more impressive than the actual video game that was made. How sad is that? Exactly. ABF says he would back it. I would back it. This is great. Hey, I feel like, Listen, man, if the other game is allowed to exist, which I believe, hey, every game is allowed to exist. If that game is allowed to exist, then this should be allowed to exist. I feel like this should be no problem. So anyway, shout out to ABF. I thought this was fucking hilarious, man. This was a good video to start us off. We always try to start off with something funny, something interesting. All right, fast topics, boys. In terms of the Charlie Kirk situation, I saw something on Twitter that I thought was very interesting. Apparently, the man that holds the highest IQ record in the world has announced that he will be joining Turning Point USA. He says, now is the time to rise and fight for truth. Thank you, Charlie Kirk. Young Hoon Kim, who has an IQ of 276, apparently has announced that he's officially joining Turning Point USA. I got to be honest with you, man. This is going to be insane. When we talk about someone's message getting amplified tenfold instead of being silenced, this is exactly what we're talking about. This is exactly what we mean, right? Because now Turning Point USA, something that was already pretty big before, is going to be astronomically bigger than it ever was. And it's all because one person decided to try to be an asshole. Well, actually, it's beyond asshole at this point. You could be an asshole without being a killer. One person decided to be a psychopath. I think that's a better saying. So there's going to be, yep, I agree, Guff. There's going to be a lot of new members probably joining Turning Point USA very soon. I would not be surprised. Tanya says my IQ is only 69. Nice. I see what you did there. What happened with Kate? Oh, don't worry. We're going to talk about it. We're getting there. We're getting there, boys. If you're new here, we go over fast topics and then we do main topics. So maybe come back in like 20 minutes if you want. We're going over the fast topics. There is a new video game that apparently is dominating charts. Okay. I saw this article as I'm going through and I'm looking for topics to talk about. In a week dominated by Silksong and Borderlands, co-op roguelike Shape of Dreams still managed to launch on Steam as an instant top seller. Now, this particular game, I didn't even realize I had this in my library, so this must have been gifted to me, and I apologize for not remembering. There's a lot of games in my library that I have to go through. And you guys know, I feel like everything's a fucking roguelite at this point. So I was looking to myself, I was like, how good could this game actually be doing? Right? How good could it actually be doing, considering, I never even heard of this. But apparently the game is doing very well. The game is at 45,773 concurrent players 11 hours ago, which is pretty fucking impressive. The game's price is $19.99, so it's another $20 game. Seen some screenshots here. Looks like a pretty typical roguelike. So I figured what we could do, I never looked at the trailer. I figured let's look at the trailer really quick. It's a really short trailer and see what this game's about. If people are buying this game up like crazy, let's see. What's the twist? Flexible character. Wait, what's the twist? You can't say roguelite with a twist and then not tell me what the twist is, goddamn. I mean, it like visually speaking, it looks really good. Visually speaking, it looks really good. I like the graphics like this. I think this looks interesting so far. Synergistic co-op gameplay with up to 3 friends. What's the twist? I don't know what the twist is. I have no idea what the twist is. So here's what I say. I will say that it looks interesting for sure. I think the gameplay looks nice and smooth, quick, like what a roguelite should be. I don't know what makes this game any different. Rogue action with a twist. I have no idea. They didn't say anything. So I'm assuming it's a marketing thing to try to get people to buy it and be like, "Oh, what's different about this?" Nothing. Or maybe you could play as furries, probably. Who knows? But I mean, listen, it's a $20 game. It's doing very well. So congratulations to this game. That's awesome. Apparently, I have this game in my library, so I will be sure to check this out. Like I checked out TMNT Splintered Fate, which was also a very fun game. All right, let's keep going. So we got another announcement. If you are a Star Wars Jedi Survivor or Fallen Order fan, and perhaps you don't have both, or maybe you've always wanted to get it, both games combined right now are apparently just $25 together on Steam. It's amazing how now suddenly $20-25 is now what people are trying to target price-wise for their games, putting it on sale. But these are two very good games. Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor are a lot of fun. I played both of them, and for $25, I feel like that's a pretty damn good deal, considering you're getting both. So I just want to let you guys know that. I know how you may feel about Disney Star Wars, but trust me, this is not it. These games are very, very, very good. Very good games. And for $25, it is a fucking, like, it's a no-brainer. No-brainer. So I want to let you guys know that in case you were curious about that. Let's look at some Borderlands 4 numbers really fast. We got Borderlands 4 doing exceptionally well on Steam as expected, but the reviews are staying the same. If anything, they actually went down a little bit. It was at 65%. Now it's at 63%. 304,398 all-time concurrent number 6 hours ago on Steam, showcasing that the game is continuing to rise more and more and more. But I think it's going to be pretty much flatlining at this point because we are going to be going away from the weekend. So I'm not surprised that the numbers are so high considering we are in the weekend. This is what everybody's playing right now. A lot of people are enjoying it. There are people who follow my channel that say the game is good. It's just performance-wise, it's complete fucking trash. And that's really what a lot of these reviews are still saying even till this day. When we first talked about this game, I think it had like 6,000 reviews and it was at 65%. Now it's at 27,000 reviews at 63%. So it's pretty much the same, pretty stagnant for the most part, but people are clearly not happy still regardless. So this is going to be one of those games right now. Estimated sales on Steam are around, I would say, pretty easily 1 million. I would say it's probably even a little bit higher than that. This is probably one of those games that has, if I had to guess, 1 to 2 million copies sold already between all platforms. Probably 2 million copies, I would have to guess. So it's getting pretty close to hitting its original number from Borderlands 3, which in my opinion is pretty impressive. So I guess we shall see what goes on with this. I have Borderlands 4. It was gifted to me. This is a game that I do plan to review, but there's other games that I'm reviewing right now. So by the time I get to it, it's not going to be the hot thing, and I don't really give a shit. I'll get to it when I'm able to. But, you know, people are clearly not happy. So I'll definitely check out the reviews, and if I find anything interesting to continue to talk about it, then I will. But at this point, we've pretty much covered everything we can about Borderlands 4 and the overall perception about it. So, but good for them. It's doing good, which is what I knew it was going to do. I knew it was going to do gangbusters fucking numbers because Borderlands is that normie game. What I will say, though, is does anybody else find it so interesting that Borderlands 4 is doing so well from a game selling standpoint, right? But that amount of hype somehow did not translate to the movie. So even Borderlands fans didn't give a fuck about the movie. Whereas like Minecraft, right? Minecraft is one of the highest selling games out there. And also everybody went to go see the movie. The movie did gangbusters numbers. But when it comes to Borderlands is an extremely high selling video game franchise. And yet the fucking movie was complete trash. Just interesting. Nobody cared about it, I guess. Anyway, let's continue. The movie doesn't exist. I didn't even know there was a movie. Exactly. That's my point. Borderlands. Look, everybody's like, Borderlands made a movie? Borderlands made a movie? What? Oh, man. Mr. Rouge says, I sent it to you in Spanish literally less than a minute after coming out, and I wrote exactly that roguelite with a twist. Oh, shout out to Mr. Rouge, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. All right, let's continue. If you guys missed it on SNH, we talked about this yesterday. You should definitely come watch SNH, our panel show, every Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern, for all you new people in the chat. But yes, they have officially announced or showcased the trailer for The Witcher Season 4. Obviously, with Henry Cavill's replacement. And, I mean, if you want a Geralt that looks like he takes a shower twice a day and has a TikTok account, then I guess that's the one for you. But you know, it's looking a little rough. You know, I see a lot of people coping on social media, talking about, oh, this looks great, this looks amazing. I don't think there's any real fan of The Witcher that thinks this looks amazing. But in any case, I'm not even gonna bother playing the trailer. You're more than welcome to play it. We played it yesterday. It just doesn't look good to me. All right, let's continue really quick. One of the last final topics: Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy has officially been confirmed for the Xbox and the Nintendo Switch 2. So when we were first talking about it, it was a rumor, but right now it's officially being confirmed. So they are going to be bringing the entire Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy to Xbox and, most importantly, the Nintendo Switch 2. So I find that to be interesting, considering that, you know, a lot of these third-party games are not running that great. But I think Final Fantasy will not struggle. Final Fantasy VII Remake, the first one, I don't think is going to struggle to run on Switch 2. I think Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is going to struggle to run on Switch 2 due to the open world nature of it, but I guess we'll see. Apparently, they announced the release date. Let's see. Confirming the release of the trilogy on the platforms. We're committed. Let's see. Making sure players can enjoy whatever fits their lifestyle. Final Fantasy. Oh, here we go. Coming to Nintendo Switch 2, Xbox Series X, and Xbox on January 22nd, 2026. So January in 2026 is when you'll be able to buy it on Xbox or Nintendo Switch 2. So there you go. Okay, and that is that the last fast topic? Let me see. No, that is not the last fast topic. Hold on, two more very important ones going into our topics. Ladies and gentlemen, Blue Sky is going through so much shit. Blue Sky is obviously a haven for a lot of these psychopaths that have been celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk and all that. Blue Sky apparently has been inundated so much that they have now changed their platform. Now you are no longer able to search on the platform as a guest. They turned off the ability to search as a guest. It worked 2 days ago, and they don't allow you to do it anymore. Now, in order for you to search as a guest, you have to have an account. You have to sign in or create an account in order for you to be able to search as a guest. And they know it's because nobody wants to sign up for an account. Everybody just wants to use the platform as a guest and showcase what's going on that platform. Gee, I wonder why this is happening. So you can't search a fucking thing. So they are completely shutting everything down. They're going into as much hiding as possible. And they're like, well, if you're going to use us for information, we're going to want your information. Isn't that amazing? It's incredible. Almost as if they're trying to hide and protect the people on the platform that are spewing this nonsense. Makes you wonder, right? It makes you wonder. Okay. That pretty much takes care of that, ladies and gentlemen. That is all the fast topics that I have. Some of you are saying to check the tracker for how many people got fired. Hold on. How would I find that? Let me see. Tracker. Maybe I could find a tracker. Can't find it quickly. Is X making it difficult? Let's see. Fire tracker. Let's try this. Fire tracker. Tour golf update. Oh, tour golf. Tour golf. Let's see. So as of 13 hours ago, the current number of people that got fired apparently is at 961. 961. People like more. I don't mean to laugh, but 961. That's what the number's at according to 13 hours ago. So chances are it's probably well past that, most likely. So we will see. Everybody in the chat's like more. Shout out to you guys. All right, let's continue. So now let's catch up on Super Chats, and then we're gonna do the 3 main topics of the evening. So let's go, boys. We're making some good time. Good time. We got where are we at? Yamato 85 with a 5. A man was injured while playing peekaboo. He's currently in the IC. I hate you, bro. Oh my god, that's bad. Oh my god, he said he's currently in the ICU after being injured playing peekaboo. That is like ABF level. Oh my god. All right, you got me there. You got me there. Blue-eyed Scorpio. With a 2, my IQ is 277. I'm joining the bigot army. Shout out to Blue-eyed Scorpio. Thank you, bro. Miss Molly 249. Friends needed on Steam to game. Everybody add Miss Molly. Miss Molly, you could drop your code in the chat to get people to play video games with on Steam. You're more than welcome to. We got Marius with a 5. Says I gave Chronos a try. It's pretty good. I look forward to you playing it. Bro, another person. First is Cassie shilling the game. And I'm like, oh man, if Cassie's shilling the game, I'm going to have to play this before Hell Is Us. Because we're about to finish Lost Soul Aside. And now you're telling me it's good too. I'm like, fuck. So that seals the deal for me. The next game that I'm going to review after Lost Soul Aside is going to be Chronos. Hell Is Us is going to have to be after Chronos, sadly. But shout out to you, Marius. Thank you for the 5, bro. I appreciate that. And then over on Rumble, we got Crash Collins. Crash Collins gifting 1 Hypnotic membership on Rumble. Thank you so much, Crash Collins. I appreciate that. Shout out to Raken Knight, I'm sorry. Over on Rumble, bro. I appreciate you, man. Abhorrent Soul gives 5 memberships over on Rumble.
Here we go! Mucha lucha! It's the way of life! Mucha lucha!
Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Deadeye's Lock with $1. Hey, Nintendo, how are you going to keep running on greed if you ran majority of your fan base away? Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that, man. All right, we are fully caught up on Rumble. Thank you guys for going crazy over there. I'm sure a lot of you seem super happy to be back. We're happy to have you back. We have almost 100 people watching on Rumble, and we have almost 1,000 people watching on YouTube. So shout out to you guys. Fantastic. I appreciate all the support. Make sure to like the stream, regardless of where you're watching. Like the stream. It helps a lot. I appreciate it. Crash Collins gives 1 membership. Thank you, sir. And then Adair Soto with $1 says, more. The rest of us, the bigger army, looks at you, okay, and you look back at them. Oh, yes, I'm fine with a smile. And you look at the screen. More. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for that. And then we got Shizuka Marikaro for 5 months. PMS jokes aren't funny, period. All right. I see what you did there. I have some good news and I have some bad news. But don't worry, I'll give the good news to your widow.
Holy shit.
That's insane, bro. Shout out to Shizuka Marikawa, you fucking psycho. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. All right. Let's continue. We got... Hold on. Oh, no, we're good. We're caught up. Look, War Wizard's good and Shizuka. Well, hello. Shout out to War Wizard. Always be gooning. All right, man. Did I see Smash JT in the chat? Shout out to Smash if he's in the chat. We got a lot of legendary people in the chat today. Smash is in the chat. He's legendary gay. ABF is in the chat. He's just legendary. We got Mr. Rouge in the chat. He's legendary. Shout out to you guys, man. Legendary people in the chat. All right, boys. Are we ready? Are we ready to get into the main topics of the evening? What are we going to start with? We're going to start with Blizzard. You want to start with Blizzard? If I see the likes go up, let's get the likes up, man. Come on. We're going to start with Blizzard. Let's go. We're going to start with Blizzard, ladies and gentlemen. According to TJAP, we are $19.02 away from tier 2. Thank you, TJAP. I appreciate it. Douglas Dinkle says, howdy, legendary folks. Bro, I still think this is one of the best names I've ever seen. Douglas Dinkle's amazing. We're going to start with Blizzard. Depending on how you want to say the name. Blizzard. You know, one thing about this whole Charlie Kirk situation, before I start the entire like subject, the one thing I will say is that we've been talking about the gaming industry for a while now. And to be fair, we've been talking about the entertainment industry for a while, you know, movies, video games, whatever. And we've been saying for the longest time, like, these people are crazy. Like, genuinely, these people are crazy. I never want harm to them or anything like that. I just think like these people are crazy. Like they are constantly trying to advocate for our harm. They're constantly trying to get us deplatformed. They're constantly trying to do all kinds of nonsense. And now things have now reversed where the entire world is giving to them what they have been giving to people for years. Right? You have the entire world now trying to deplatform these people. You have the entire world trying to get them fired. You have all of this going down, all because one person on their side thought it was a great idea to shoot someone that they ideologically disagree with. That's all it took. That's all it took was that one person. They didn't realize how big that one voice was. They thought they can shoot him and silence him, but they just made it a lot worse now. It's crazy. So the one thing I will say, like I said earlier, is that, you know, this Charlie Kirk situation, at least it is bringing to light what we have been saying for the longest time about this industry, where unfortunately it's been co-opted by these ideological psychopaths that hate the fucking people they're selling games to. They hate the people they're selling games to. They fucking hate every single one of you. If you do not, if they even remotely consider you to be a chud or something like that, they fucking hate you. They can't stand you. They hate me. They hate you. They hate all of us. It's like, it's crazy to me. Why even bother? Why be in this industry if you hate gamers? That's like being a doctor and hating saving lives. Like, what are you doing? But in any case, this is where we're at. So, and they try to, you know, they try to gaslight people, say, oh, these people are just harassers. They're this, that, whatever. It's like, bro, we talk about video games. We talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. We just talked about how there's an indie game doing gangbuster numbers right now. The good, the bad, the ugly. It's not my fault you're the ugly. You know what I mean? That's not my fault. Like, if you don't want to be the ugly, well, just don't be the ugly. But if you're out here celebrating this shit, again, I don't care if you think the guy was bad. You're right to have that opinion. You can disagree with his ideas. You could disagree with his, you know, politics. You could disagree with all that shit. That's perfectly fine. But the moment you get to the point where you're like, yeah, we're going to shoot you in the neck now. It's like, no. If the world wants to give you what you've been giving people for years, nobody's going to be able to stop the world from that happening. That's just what it is. So in any case, let's get into this topic. But before we do that, boys, we got some bangers that came in, man. Gearmaster with the $20 banger said, did someone say tier 2?
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Shout out to Gearmaster with the $20 banger. Then he was followed by Sephiroth with the $20 banger. He said level 2.
Here we go! Mucha lucha! It's the way of life! Mucha lucha!
Shout out to Sephiroth. Hey, you need to watch someone called Sonya. I would not be around Sonya if my name was Sephiroth. And if you are, protect your booty hole. Protect your booty hole, man. And then we got, last but not least, Randall Hess with the 1 membership. Shout out to Randall Hess. Thank you so much. And Abhorrent Soul over on Rumble with the 1 membership as well. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate that, man. All right, let's get into this, boys. We're going to talk about Blizzard. We're going to cover the original person who was Kate. We're going to talk about Kate, the translator. We got a thread, an entire thread of Blizzard employees. This is going to be a long video. We got Microsoft's announcement and conversation. We got Kate going on the run, protecting her account. What else we got? And we got a Square Enix board member, Tracy Fullerton, doing interesting stuff right now as well. So it's all over the place. And an Aspen Gold video on top of that, too. So much going on, boys. Holy shit. It's insane. It's insane. What is Uwu? Don't worry. You'll find out after this topic. So, all right, let's get it going, man. What we're going to do is we're going to start off with the video. It's because this is really important. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen. So in today's video, we are going to be covering the company known as Blizzard. Now, Blizzard Entertainment was a company that I was a huge fan of for many years. And I think a lot of you guys were a huge fan of for many years. Obviously, World of Warcraft in its prime, Warcraft 3 in its prime, StarCraft, all these games that people remember. Blizzard Entertainment was a massive force in the gaming industry many years ago. But with their combination of Activision and then now their combination with Microsoft, I think it's pretty safe to say that Blizzard of yesterday is no longer the Blizzard of today. But all that being said, obviously you guys are aware of the situation that has happened with Charlie Kirk. Unfortunately, Charlie Kirk's life was taken away by a psychopath who clearly didn't like the words that he had to say and had to tell the entire world that he feared words and took the life away from Charlie Kirk. Now, with all that's been happening, there's a video that's circling right now. Shout out to Grums for being able to post this. He says Square Enix has been yet to address this. Aspen Gold warned us of Catherine Sirenar's violent political rhetoric in August, and now Charlie Kirk is dead. Before we watch this video from Aspen Gold, I want to kind of go back to what happened with Catherine. Now, Catherine is a localizer / translator, whatever you want to call it, manager for Dawn Trail and Final Fantasy XIV. She is on the run. She is scrubbing and deleting her posts on Blue Sky, which, by the way, I don't know if you guys are aware, but apparently you can't even search anything on Blue Sky anymore unless you actually have an account. They completely turned off guest search on Blue Sky because, well, obviously a lot of the rhetoric that's currently coming out that people are utilizing to get other people fired is being found on Blue Sky, and they don't want that. They don't like that. So Blue Sky has completely turned off guest search from the platform. You have to have an account because she's been reposting violent rhetoric against the right, the kind of rhetoric that gets people killed. Call Square Enix Japan and let them know that this makes everyone unsafe. Square should not be a place where this type of coddling of violence is accepted in the workplace or in their brand. If you see here, there's a screenshot that says the hardest thing is if there's a character I really like and then people say this character sucks, I'm like, no, you're wrong, Catherine Kate. And then if you look here, reposted by Catherine Kate, it says, anyway, the choice America faces going forward is live in the Confederacy or do Reconstruction for real and purge those motherfuckers from all of public life. And there really isn't an in-between. Obviously, this comment from Kate is the one that got her in deep water originally, and it's continuing to be a situation that people want addressed. Now, the ironic thing is that there is a video that is being shared by Grums from Asmongold, and this one hits pretty hard. It's a 13-minute video. We're only going to watch a little bit of it. It doesn't take much for you to realize just how on the nose Asmongold actually was in predicting all of this nonsense that has been happening over the last about a week or so. So let's check this out. I'm going to bring the video up and let's hear what he's got to say.
What is this? Final Fantasy XIV streamer gets canceled by Puritans for simply calling out Final Fantasy XIV dev for retweeting purging right-wing people from life. And let me see here. Llama Todd. This type of rhetoric being amplified by an employee of Square Enix is grossly unprofessional, divisive, and downright evil. Wishing for a group of people to be purged. Do you want to alienate your customer base? Very disturbing, coming from the heart and soul of Dawn Trail. Who's Llama Todd? I'm going to pull up Llama Todd.
I actually ended up doing a video when Llama Todd initially made this thread. So it's just to see this all play out now, considering we were just talking about this weeks ago. And now there is somebody that is dead that was Christian, which these people were advocating for the death of. This person is obviously white. This person is obviously right-leaning. This person is everything that they just advocated for the death of, and now they're trying to pretend like they never did that. I just find that to be very strange.
So this is the comment that he's making. Say what you want about me, but this crap needs to stop. It's wrong and it's hateful. People have been fired for less. Is this what you'd support? Not everyone who has a different worldview is an extreme case. You're scaring away all the normies and potential customers.
True.
Final Fantasy weirdos are trying to cancel Llama Todd for not bowing down to their extremist views. Todd is based. So this is...
And guys, keep in mind too, there was a Final Fantasy 14 thread on the Final Fantasy 14 forums that was celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. It was multiple pages long. There was people fighting in that forum thread, and it ended up being deleted by Square Enix. It ended up actually getting deleted. So considering that we were just talking about Final Fantasy 14's fan base and how there is a small group of them, although they're very vocal, there is a small group of them that are extremely violent and extremely crazy for the most part. We were just talking about them weeks ago, and now come to find out, obviously what happened last, couple of days, come to find out that it all pretty much came to life.
Obviously mentally ill weirdo that's sitting on Blue Sky that retweeted something, and the retweet said, anyway, the choice America faces going forward is live in the Confederacy or do a reconstruction for real and purge those motherfuckers from all of public life. And there really isn't an in-between. So this is another person. Again, I'd like to go back and reference my chart. We see this chart a lot. I use it all the time.
Oh, I know what he's going to do.
Let me see if I can pull it up. Where is it? Okay, so this is, again, the Reddit revolutionary logic. So we are in someone else does something. So that's pretty much where we're at. Yeah, somebody else has to do something. This is it. Yeah.
Now that's really dark, right? The reason why that's dark is because if we were in the somebody else do something part, well, guess what? Somebody did. And that's why we're here now. Right. And then they're going to pretend like they did nothing, which was also on his chart. Ironically, it says, number one, someone else do something. Number two, I do nothing. Number three, everyone does nothing. Well, somebody did do something. And even though it wasn't you, you're not going to sit there and pretend like you weren't advocating for it to happen.
So that's pretty much where we're at. Yeah, somebody else has to do something. This is it. And in my opinion, so this is the common. And let me see if I can find the rest of it. My personal opinion is that everyone should be alarmist about everything in the conservative movement is saying and planning, attempting right now. Be extremely alarmist about fascism. Be very alarmed about Christian white nationalism. It's absolutely appropriate reaction. I don't have a problem with this at all. But whenever you're talking about purging people from public life and stuff like that, and you're an employee of a public company, and you're doing this just openly, I think that this is a huge problem. And that's it. You have 15K bots in here while talking about justice. Will you do nothing? Yeah, I'm going to increase it to 20.
At this point, obviously, Final Fantasy 14 has a major issue. Square Enix has a major issue where now these words that were from Asmongold and other people that were talking about this situation, obviously, at this point, it's pretty clear that these words came to fruition. And everybody can point the finger. They can blame who they want to blame. But at the end of the day, this happened. And now people are going to start going with a fine-tooth comb more than they already were. They're going to start going through everything and trying to see what people were saying and whether they were advocating for it or not. These people are obviously celebrating this nonsense, right? So let's continue and go on with the story. Switching screens really quick. There we go. So now that we've covered the whole Asmongold stuff, now let's continue forward with some of the other stuff that's happening right now over at Final Fantasy 14. So it says it's not just Kate Swinar, it's also the Square Enix board member Tracy Fullerton, amplifying radical left-wing publications like Occupy Democrats on social media, as well as gender ideology extremism within the company's landscape. If you look here, this is Tracy Fullerton. Pretty simple and obvious. They are currently, as of June 2024, outside director, Square Enix Holdings. So there's that. And if you look here, you're going to see Tracy Fullerton. I'm assuming that this is on Facebook. She says this, and the picture says the entire right wing is going to absolutely lose their mind over the assassination of Charlie Kirk. But just remember how none of them gave a damn about Melissa Hortman, a Democratic lawmaker in Minnesota, being assassinated just a couple of months ago. Trump basically ignored it. And then it says Occupy Democrats, is showing the Wikipedia page for Occupy Democrats. And then over here, On the left, from Occupy Democrats, former President Jimmy Carter built homes for the poor after his presidency until he was 95. Podcaster activist Charlie Kirk made millions by insulting minorities and dividing people. Wow, you got to love the logic here. Also posted worth a read, comparing when tragedy becomes theater, don't let horse wrestle Charlie Kirk. If you continue here, what we've always known, but what's now being said plainly is that a lot of people view racism, homophobia, misogyny as a normal and valid political stance. Again, complete utter nonsense, complete lies that are being spread by these people because, well, they're psychopaths. And also, to keep in mind what they're starting to do, if you guys haven't noticed, is that there is a massive push. You can say it's, pretty funded. There is a big push going on right now by these people to try to edit clips about Charlie Kirk. I saw someone post a video of Charlie Kirk supposedly getting destroyed in a debate. And trust me, there are moments where Charlie Kirk, in my opinion, did take some L's during his conversations with people. There's no doubt about it. But all the videos that are going around on social media, all highly edited videos purposely made to make Charlie Kirk look as bad as possible. So you tell me if this shit is being funded. But anyway, when you devote your life to the message that empathy is evil and gun deaths are an acceptable price to pay for gun rights, you shape the world with your words. Maybe Charlie Kirk didn't expect to be a victim of his own world building, but his death is consistent with the world he helped create. Again, this is all cope. All of this is nonsensical cope that is out there from people that are looking for any possible excuse to justify the death of this person. Because here's what they do, right? And we've talked about this many times already. They use words like Nazi, bigot, racist, misogynistic, whatever, homophobe. They use these words because they want to devalue the human life of the target they want to devalue. That's basically it. So Charlie Kirk was a target they wanted to devalue. A lot of these people are targets they want to devalue. Even at a smaller scale, they try to do it to us. Even though we talk about video games, they do it every day. They try to devalue us so that eventually when it comes to the point where somebody decides to take it to the next level and ends up wanting to shoot you for your opinion, then they expect the entire world to look at you and be like, well, he was a Nazi, so who cares? But the truth is that that's not true. And people are seeing through the bullshit. You had the ability to do this. This worked in the past because you had control over mainstream media and social media. But you don't have control over social media now. With the purchasing of X and the freeing of conversation, now you see both sides. And now people can see that there is a lot of bullshit going around. So that stuff used to work in the past, but it just no longer works now. And now it pisses you off because you had control over the narrative and now you no longer do, which is why all of these gaming journalists are losing their mind. Most of them are not even talking about Charlie Kirk, which in my opinion is probably the smart thing to do because we all know you would be celebrating it. So maybe keep your mouth quiet. But the ones that can't keep quiet, like Kotaku, for example, that are writing hit pieces against certain YouTubers, calling them right-wing extremists and Nazis and all that stuff, these people do this to devalue you. They do it to make it so that it justifies the reason why you should be taken out. This is what they do all the time. Occupy Democrats say, shocker, everything Republicans said for the last 2 days was wrong. They and Trump need to apologize to America. Tyler Robinson and his family don't look like trans liberals to me. You sure about that? Tyler's family are registered Republicans. His father's a minister and former law enforcement. They have family members in the military. Oh, and Tyler's parents introduced him to weapons at an early age. Okay, so guys, if we're going to have an intelligent conversation, do we understand that political values do not get passed through the gene pool? Do we understand that just because you had parents who are Republican, that does not mean that suddenly means you're going to be a Republican? Is the chances of you being a Republican higher? Sure. But that doesn't mean that you are born, you're just like, immediately you're going to be a Republican. These fucking morons, bro. It's unbelievable that they're even trying to say this and think that nobody is going to counter that argument. It's so stupid. Do you realize that kids often rebel against their parents? Do you realize that the chances of... Anyway, I'm not even gonna bother because I know I'm not talking to people who are all within their own head, obviously. So as we continue to talk about Square Enix, we got Tracy Fullerton, again, it says MFA is an experimental game designer, professor, and director emeritus of the USC Games Program. Her research center, is this even a her? I don't even know. The Game Innovation Lab has produced several influential independent games, including Cloud, Flow, Darfur's Dying, The Night Journey with artists Bill Viola and Walden. What? How are these influential? I never heard of these games before. Like, this is not influential to who? A game simulation of Henry David Thoreau's experiment at Walden Pond, which was named Game of the Year at Games for Change. Oh, I get it. Okay, so we're talking about games for impact. We're talking about, oh, they got Game of the Year at a show that nobody fucking cares about. That's what we're talking about. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Prior to joining the USC faculty, She was president and founder of the interactive television game developer Spider Dance Inc. Spider Dance's games included NBC's. Of course, there's ties to NBC. I'm not even gonna bother, bro. Of course, there's ties to NBC. A game of one's own towards a new gendered poetics of digital space. So everything seems to be gender focused. Everything seems to be leftism focused, which I find to be very interesting. This is the messaging Fullerton chose to promote on their social media, likening Republicans to fascists and Charlie Kirk's assassination to that of a member of the Nazi Party in Germany, as well as promoting hoaxes regarding the far-left ideology of the shooter itself. Fullerton is also responsible for the introduction of politically loaded discourse in the games published by Square Enix, even authoring a paper about some subversive inclusionary approach that integrates feminine conceptions of space into the gaming landscape. Jesus. Does anybody sincerely look at this stuff and think, wow, this is really great for gaming? It's so obvious that with mainstream attention comes mainstream bad actors. And the gaming industry is the #1 entertainment medium in the world. So due to there being that much money in that kind of a space, it is only a matter of time before bad actors start showing up and start wanting to make things worse for people. And that is what happens when it comes to the gaming industry. We are the #1 in the world. So there's no doubt that people are going to try to take this and spit it into something about social change or whatever nonsense they want to push. Basically anything other than, hey, we have a great game idea that we want to share with you. It's fucking unbelievable. This is what we deal with every single day. Also, as a Mexican citizen, I am deeply disturbed and offended by this person's promotion of our narco-terrorist regime. I personally had family members and dear friends murdered because of the rampant cartel activity the president of Mexico endorses. Of course, Tracy Fullerton is promoting, of course. While Trump was golfing and Ted Cruz was vacationing in Greece, Mexico President Claudia quietly sent rescue teams to help with the Texas floods. Despite the racist and sexist attacks from weak men, she still did the right thing. That's leadership. Oh, you gotta love the propaganda. This is amazing. Unbelievable, bro. So in any case, needless to say, I will not be renewing either my Final Fantasy 11 or 14 subscriptions, and I will not buy any product Square Enix publishes so long as Fullerton keeps on going on boat trips with the money from my purchases. So I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. I think at this point, these companies are going to have their feet to the fire. People are looking. They are looking for accountability. They are looking to continue to hold these people to a higher standard, and or just even like, it's not even a higher standard. It's more like just a decent standard. Like what the fuck is wrong with you? But in any case, these people are going protected. They're hiding. They're deleting stuff. They're trying to I guess keep the fire off them. That's really all I can say. But it's very clear that people are not going to let that happen. People are going to continue talking about this. Crystal Bepsis says Kate's in panic mode. Oh, here we go. Regarding leaving Blue Sky, I'll try to find who I can elsewhere before I ultimately cannonball into the void. But moots are welcome to DM me for my Discord too. Probably should have remembered to post this while the rest of the world was awake. But if you want to delete old posts to prevent trolls from crawling them, this is the tool that I use. Wow. She is using cleanup tools. That's great. She's deleting, openly admitting that she's deleting posts on Blue Sky. That's great. When I was initially reading up on it, people said it sometimes doesn't work with an account handle rather than email. It has reliably worked with email for me. Also, if you're deleting a lot of posts, it will take time due to the rate limits. Don't forget to save the job code if you want to check up on it. So not only is she deleting her own posts, but she's trying to teach other people to delete posts as well, to hide what they're saying about Charlie Kirk. This is this is pretty amazing. So anyway, you guys let me know what you think about this entire Square Enix situation in the comments down below of this video. Let me know what anybody is, at this point, I think it's safe to say that Square Enix needs to do what they can to quell this storm. Otherwise, this is going to be a really bad PR storm that I don't think they could come back from. And considering from a gaming standpoint, just how badly received the expansion of Dawn Trail was for Final Fantasy 14 and just how much they're actually hurting for money, I generally don't think they can afford this shit. I don't think they can afford for these activists to bring down their company with them. But hey, if they want to do it, more power to them. I guess we'll find out what happens. So let me know what you guys thought about this in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Fucking Square Enix. Okay, so number one, I'm retarded. I started with Blizzard and I ended up going to Square Enix. So we're just gonna make that the Square Enix video, and then we're gonna make this one coming up the Blizzard video. I completely fucked up, but that's okay. I wanted to talk about Final Fantasy more, but that's okay. My bad. Fucking Square Enix. We're gonna talk about Blizzard now. We're gonna talk about. Thank you, Toxin. I agree. I'm retarded. That's okay. Lucky says check by Discord. I will in a minute, bro. I have to get to these videos, Lucky. Is it the pictures that you're sending me? Is that what it is you want me to check? What the fuck is that? A toy? What is this? Is that AI? That's probably AI. What is this, bro? This shit's insane. You was wondering where I was going? Listen, Smash, it's called being professional, okay? Once you realize you fucked up at the beginning, you gotta just get through it, okay? I realized, like I was talking, I started with Blizzard and I went into 14 and I'm like, fuck, I'm just gonna go through with it. Am I watching a retard? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. We got Lucky sent me a picture of this. Bro, what is this? This is sick. This is sick. Look at this. Is this real? This is not real, bro. This is not real, is it? This is fucking crazy. Look at this. That was a smooth transition. Thank you. Thank you. I call bullshit. Hypno, we all know YouTubers are. You know what? Fine. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Shout out to Lucky. Lucky sent this to me. Is this real? Or is this AI? It's probably AI, right? It's got to be AI. Otherwise, this is pretty fucking cool if this is real, bro. Holy shit. I like this. It looks real. I think it's AI. Because this right here, the chest, and then the eyes, especially the eyes, make it look like AI. The eyes make it look like AI. But this is pretty sick, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. Shout out to Lucky, man. Thank you so much for sharing this, dude. I appreciate that, bro. That's fucking badass, dude. That's badass. Possible 3D print. That's also that, yeah. It's also possibly a 3D print. All you need is a 3D printer. Oh, man. Gonna start a toy company, go to competition with Nintendo. Whoa. Free with any $50 coffee purchase? Come on, bro. I don't have a coffee company. That's a nice figure. It is nice. Shout out to you guys. Guys, we hit tier 2 before, so we need to scare all the new people in the chat right now. Shout out to all you guys. We hit tier 2 before the topic even just started. Heavy breathing. Loads weapon. That's crazy. That's crazy. This motherfucker said loads weapon. That's crazy. Oh my God. What the fuck did I just see? Listen. Relax. Everything's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. We are just trying to... Listen, man, there's a lot of lore. There's a lot of lore when it comes to the cat girl ears, okay? There's a lot of lore. Just roll with it. Roll with it. It's okay. Somebody said, I think Hypnotic listened to Linkin Park. Well, if you had watched me long enough, you'd know. Yes, I was a big fan. Yes, I was a big fan. Don't turn into a furry. Never go full furry. Shout out to you, bro. All right, hold on. Let's wait, what, bro? When are you coming back to Friday Night Tights? I was never on Friday Night Tights. Really quick, man. Mr. fucking Rouge, the legend. Mr. Rouge, the legend himself, just dropped a 20 membership mega banger.
り向かない明日は絶対もっとシャイニー自分次第深めに合い今すぐスタートボタンを押してみよう私はこんなんじゃないはず
Shout out to Mr. Roosh. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. We lost 20 viewers when I put on the cat girl ears. I'm okay with that. It's okay. It's okay. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. Shadowcat with a 2. The Confederates were Democrats, by the way. So is JWB. Shout out to you. Thank you, Shadowcat. I appreciate the 2, bro. Rogue with a 2. A psycho. Your G dude caused all this. R.I.P. Charlie. Absolutely, bro. Mr. Melancholy with a 2. Square needs to get rid of their activist roaches. I personally, I don't think it's gonna happen. Beautiful Zexo with a 2. I saw your stream has 1K views. Yes, we've been rocking at 1K concurrent for a couple of days now. So shout out to you guys, man. I appreciate the support while you're here. Thank you so much. Means a lot to me. You got UFO Mega with a 2. Make sure to roast Hypno in the video. Thanks, bro. Accident Seller with a 20. Oh, I already read that one. But yeah, I was never on Friday night. I was on Tuesday night's main event. That's probably what you're thinking of. Saw the Lich with a ARS 100 stream blocked in Texas. Oh, facts. So true. Kyle B with a 2. You don't have a coffee company. You have a coffee ad. I don't even have a coffee ad. BioT Wolf with a 2. We welcome all to Hypnotic. Shout out to BioT Wolf. Thank you, bro. Accident Seller says Gary needs to have an F&T. You're perfect there, bro. Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to happen. You kind of have to go through, like, I don't know. It seems like you have to have certain connections with, it's a tight group. Let's just say that. It's a tight group. And I kind of focus on doing my own thing. So I guess I'm a little bit too independent, perhaps. I have no idea. But, yeah, it's okay. If it ever happens, it happens. If not, it's not a big deal. I love Gary. Gary's awesome. Shout out to Nerdrotic. Fucking legend. Legend himself. Very inspirational. Ron DFK with a 5. Heard HBO fired Stephen King from a cameo episode in its new It show. I did hear that, actually. I couldn't confirm if it was true, though. Also, I was raised as an only child that drove my sister nuts. Wait, what?
Holy shit.
I was raised as an only child that drove my sister nuts. That's fucking dark, bro. That's dark. Is she in the basement or something? Do we need an investigation? Shout out to Ron DFK. Thank you, man. It's a little scary. Gray the Merchant for $1. We're back, baby. Fuck Rumble for holding out on my boy. Square Enix needs to purge ASAP. Also started the demo for Digimon. I see you have it, Hypno. Got the ultimate. The UI so far is crisp. I think it was the ultimate edition that was gifted to me, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think so. Zelosi gives 1 Hypnotic membership. Thank you, Zelosi. Crash Collins, 1 membership. Thank you, Crash Collins. Dead Eyes Lock with $1. There's going to be a turning point after the Democrats get tossed out like the fired retards. Shout out to you, man. Light Ferret with $1. Hypno, did you see Roblox getting into it again with all the nasty Kill Charlie Kirk games? Yes, I did see that. It's fucking insane. It's insane. Hold on, I gotta let's see. Boom, instant ban. Gotta love it. Instant ban. I'm so fast. These people don't realize that just because I'm streaming and I run my own show, I got all the chats up, man. Once I see a bot, banned immediately, and keep it going like it's nothing. Kyle with a 2. Yes, you do. I made you one. Remember, you should play it. No, but shout out to you, Kyle. You did make me one. It was played on Smash JT stream. I saw it. It was fucking insane. I was like, well, that's a thing. It was legendary. Thank you so much, Kyle. I appreciate that, man. All right. Let's get into the next topic. Diablo Mix with a 2. Rockstar no longer needs to bend to the woke. Thank you, Charlie. One can only hope, man. One can only hope, but we honestly, we never know. Okay, so we accidentally went into the Final Fantasy 14 conversation. Whoops, but at least we got that done. Now it's time to get into the Blizzard conversation. We're going to get into the Blizzard conversation. Denariah with a 5. I'll never get used to those 20 gifted membership videos. That's in the ultra gay category. I'm just not willing to cross. Come on, bro. You know you secretly love them. Stop it. Stop it, Denariah. You know you love them, man. I'm going to play it again. The next time we get a 20 or higher membership, I got you, Denariah. I'm going to play it just for you. Ultra gay. Ultra gay. Smash says, it was amazing. You would like a coffee ad from me. Okay, so now we're going to talk about Blizzard. Now we're actually going to cover Blizzard and discuss this. And this time I promise I'll stay on track. I just clearly, subconsciously, I must have wanted to talk about Square Enix, but that's okay. Hypnotic, you need to check out Wolverine game devs about their horrific terrorist behavior. Yeah, I mean, again, guys, I can only cover so much. I'm trying to cover as much as possible. I really am. Make 7 becomes a member on his own. Shout out to Make 7. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Legend. Fucking legend. Justin with $1 over on Rumble. The answer to the joke is that the female who didn't have siblings transitioned to a guy and is saying his sister died and is an only... Oh, it was a trans joke. So it was dark. Oh, shit. That's crazy that I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. Ron DFK says, the fuck? No, it wasn't. Oh, so I'm getting 2 different stories here. God damn it, man. God damn it. Regardless, it's dark either way. Wambat with a 5 says, I canceled my WoW sub and named everyone from that list as the reason. Did you really? That's so epic. That's right. You can leave a reason for canceling, right? I can only imagine how many people have probably been canceling their WoW subscriptions and their 14 subscriptions. I would imagine that WoW is probably more affected than 14 because 14 has a woker fan base, in my opinion. Although I'm sure there's plenty of woke people over on WoW as well. But I think 14 is more co-opted because, you know, they got the cat girls and shit. They got things that these psychos like more. You know what I mean? They got the La Fells, so it reminds them of the kids that they, you know. Anyway, I'm not gonna say it. So we're gonna talk about Blizzard. We're going to cover a couple of psychos that have been celebrating this entire nonsense. So we're going to also cover the cope from Daniel Boycell, who apparently is upset, very upset. He wrote this entire long fucking, I mean, wow, it's pretty insane. And we're also going to cover Microsoft's statement. Microsoft has left a statement. I don't believe a single word of it, but, you know, here we are. Here we are. Well, we got Kate in the chat. Kate is in the chat. Hold on. I got something dark for you. Guys, in case you don't know, so Kata is a content creator. He runs a show called New Blackstreet with another content creator by the name of Atreus. Okay? And over at that show, if you guys have never watched that show, they do a lot of great things over there. One of the things they talk about pretty often is they have something called a sus meter, because they both know that they're extremely gay for each other. So they have something called a sus meter. And this sus meter goes off like crazy every stream, right? I even managed to, thankfully, thanks to you guys, I don't get to watch their stream all the time because I stream every day. But thanks to you guys, I actually managed to get a clip from one of their streams. I'll show it to you right now. Check this out.
Just because I sucked a man off does not mean I am gay.
But you sucked me off, and...
So what?
So thank you guys for sending over that clip from their stream. I didn't, again, if it wasn't for you guys, I would not have that. So if you're into that kind of content, if you enjoy massive amounts of gay sex between two black men, one the size of a Mexican jumping bean and the other who wears cowboy hats for some reason. I guess he likes to ride a lot, we found out. Yesterday, he told us his ass hurt. All stream, he was complaining about his ass hurting. So I guess that explains the cowboy hat. But we actually do have a clip from their commercial that I can play for you too. Hold on. This clip. So this clip, it's only a snippet of their commercial. I don't have the full commercial. I'm currently trying to find it. But I do have a clip of it. Check this out.
Welcome to New Blackstreet, where we get our backs blown out on the regular.
So again, if you guys enjoy content like that, make sure to go check out New Blackstreet. They're thinking about rechanging their name to New Backshot Boys, but we're not exactly 100% sure on that yet. We don't know if it's copyrighted. We have no idea if it's copyrighted, but shout out to you guys. Shout out to Kata. Thanks so much, man, for hanging out with us. Appreciate you, bro. Let's get to the content, man. This is the last story for the night. We got Blizzard. Let's talk about Blizzard. And let's get it going. I said all of that without dying laughing. It's fucking great. Talk about professional. All right. I got to get it out before I do the video. All right, let's go. Come on, focus. Oh, come on, bro. Broke Black Mountain. Oh my God, bro. Anyway, Kata rage quit the chat. No, he didn't. If there's one thing Kata's not, he's not a quitter. And according to some people, he's also not a spitter, but that's besides the point. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about Blizzard, everybody's favorite company, or used to be, I should say, favorite company, Blizzard. You know, I have a lot of history with Blizzard. I was a longtime World of Warcraft player. I also played Warcraft 3, StarCraft, all of the typical famous games from Blizzard back in the day when they were actually for gamers. When Blizzard would be the company that would delay a game for as long as they possibly needed to ensure that the release went as smooth as possible, only for them to eventually sell their souls to Activision and for them to together only sell their souls to Microsoft. So this company has been in the dumps for a long time. Everybody knows this. But thanks to a bunch of people over on social media, there has been a lot of documentation of the people who work there currently celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. Now, obviously, there is a lot of people in the gaming industry that are currently doing this right now as we speak. A lot of them are either getting fired or called out for the nonsense. There are a bunch of threads going around right now, like this one from By Furiosum, who goes over an extensive list of people from Blizzard that decided it was in their best interest to celebrate the death of Charlie Kirk because, well, you know, clearly shooting people that you ideologically disagree with is I guess the norm for these people. I really have no idea. So we're going to go over all of this information. We're also going to go over this entire cope from Blizzard game designer Daniel Boisel, who wrote this long ass message coping and seething about people holding every one of these assholes and psychopaths accountable, which they clearly don't like, right? These people did this for years. They did it for many years, especially people in the gaming industry. They did it for years. The gaming journalists are actively silencing people for tweets that were 15, 20 years old, but they took part in it. They took part in that kind of culture. They cultivated that culture. And now they're angry that the entire world, left, right, and center, is now holding them accountable to the same way that they did everybody else. So we're going to go over all these statements. But first, we're going to start off with By Furiosum. So By Furiosum, shout out to him. I'm going to leave this thread in the description box of this video. It says thread of Blizzard employees and contracted employees for Blizzard stories celebrating the assassination of Charlie Kirk. If you look at some of these screenshots here, you're going to see Dr. Hazel. Charlie Kirk died in the world that he helped create. Which, by the way, I find that to be so ironic because these people are complaining about getting supposedly canceled, which was a world that they helped create. So again, just find it very interesting. And then Dr. Hazel also quote tweeted this post over on Blue Sky, which, by the way, like I mentioned in my last video with Final Fantasy XIV, I just want to reiterate, Blue Sky is in complete lockdown. Blue Sky has turned off the ability to do guest searches on their platform. You can no longer search their platform for anything unless you have an account and you are willing to basically give them your information and sign in order to access any kind of search. Otherwise, the ability to search as a guest, well, you can't do that anymore because, well, you know, all the bad stuff is being found, obviously, on Blue Sky. This person, Talia, says, to my mind, the women who dies of sepsis because of anti-abortion laws, or the person who dies because they can't afford insulin, these are just as much victims of political violence as a man shot through the throat while making a racist speech. Oh, my God, bro, the cope. It's really getting sickening looking at all the obvious cope that is happening from these people. It really is. The amount of nonsense that they make up about this man was racist, this man was this man was that. You are only saying these things to justify in your mind why you feel like it's okay to cheer for his death. That's the only reason why you're saying this. You are trying to devalue his life so that it doesn't make you look like a psychopath for saying, I'm glad this person is dead. That's the only reason why you're doing this, right? Otherwise, you would have no other reason to do it. This is why you're all putting out videos of his debates, highly edited, to make him look like he's something that he wasn't. You're putting out videos and clips that are out of context to make him look like something he wasn't. And instead of debating him on an actual stage where you could have had a conversation with him, you could have went and debated him and had your 10 minutes of fame, 15 minutes of fame. You could have went to one of those campuses and actually did something. But no, instead you use coded language online to get people to get basically radicalized in the hopes that somebody would actually do something in your mind, knowing that eventually somebody was going to, and you were just waiting for the day to celebrate it. That's the only reason why you're doing this. But anyway, Punish Venom, who Dr. Hazel also retweeted, says, I should hire an Etsy witch to fix the job market. Joseph Fink says, hey, do you remember how a church full of children was shot up 2 weeks ago? Like 2 weeks to the day is when that happened. But this is the one that marks the tipping into violence. Okay. And again, guys, oh my God. It is the principle and the reasoning behind the shooting. Okay. All these massacres are obviously bad. All of these situations are obviously bad. But Charlie Kirk was killed for one reason and one reason only. And that's because people were afraid of what he had to say. Okay. That is a big difference from a psychopath going and killing people for no fucking reason. Someone out there was trying to quell political discourse in the country or just genuine conversation. You can say it's not genuine because of the content creator, whatever. You can say whatever you want. That's fine. You're allowed to have your opinions about his ideals and what he was as a person. But the moment you cross the line and you start saying, well, I'm glad he's dead. I want others to join him. I want there to be others take it out, which, by the way, there are posts like that. People advocating for his wife to get taken out. People advocating, some of them are so crazy. They're advocating for his entire family, including the children, by the way, to get taken out as well. Yeah, because the children are somehow involved. As I cover this, I get more and more annoyed. So I try to not cover it as much as other people because honestly, I just get really angry at this stuff. But anyway, Joseph Fink talks about the church. And then you got Joseph Fink again saying, I will say that I find it weird that a lot of people are like this the moment they will tip us into violence. When a Minnesota politician was assassinated in her home. Again, they keep bringing up the Minnesota politician, which, again, I want to remind people that for some reason, I can't explain it, but there is a difference. There is absolutely a difference between a politician being assassinated and somebody who is a social media influencer essentially being assassinated, because the influencer clearly had so much influence over the people's minds and the ability to speak that they took him out for it. They didn't take him out because he can make laws. They took him out because he was influencing young minds to vote, most likely not in the direction that a lot of people want young minds to vote. That's really what I mean. There is a big difference between the two. It's almost as if you could even say that politicians becoming a politician, it's almost expected that there is a level of danger to that job. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, they did take out the lives of certain politicians. They did, but they also took out the life of a person who was just a social media influencer who was having conversations with people at college campuses, young people. They don't like it. They just don't like it. Anyway, so Dr. Hazel is this person right here over on Blue Sky, 17,000 followers, senior writer and narrative designer, and presently at Blizzard, previously at Bungie, which not very shocking, by the way. Previously also at Arcane, not shocking, by the way. Personal account, 20th century PhD, she, her, NYC to ATX, and all these emojis that are fucking retarded. And then if you scroll down here, you also got Catherine M. Valente, says, just needed to get a whole bunch of yelling off my chest about Kirk shooting yesterday. And if you look here, it's pretty obvious that these people are, how do I put it, not very happy, that they're being held accountable. It's to the point where they're writing a Substack. They wrote an entire article. Catherine wrote an entire article, best-selling author of Fairyland novels, space opera, Deathless, and more, wrote an entire article about celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. Hazel Monforton, senior writer and narrative designer, presently at Blizzard. If you look here, let's scroll down. Let's see if we can find Hazel Monforton. Let's see. Oh, that's Dr. Hazel. Okay, never mind. So we already know that one. Catherine and Valente, we already know that one. Let's check out the article here. She says, I got a lot of shit to say about what the fuck happened in Utah last night, and I'm in no mood for the veritable army of suddenly so concerned both sides are bad, but really only one side. Tee empathy demanders. Wow, you are coping. Blanketing the internet today, human bots taking all bets. Oh, so now apparently all the people who are angry online are not even human. They're just bots. Is that the level of cope that we're dealing with right now, where you don't even want to admit that the world is fucking pissed You don't want to admit that. You really think they're bots? Have you seen what's happening in the world? Have you seen that even South Korea is chanting Charlie Kirk's name? Have you seen that even in the UK, people are chanting Charlie Kirk's name? But you're trying to say, oh, it's just bots? Get the fuck out of here. It's so much cope. Anyway, she says, let's get this out the way. Charlie Kirk was shot last night while specifically talking about, and as usual, not giving a shit about gun violence. Yes, I've seen the video. No, I'm not a monster. I was shocked and disturbed, and I still am. I highly doubt it. See, but then 5 fucking minutes passed. I find it just terribly interesting that within minutes of the shot being fired, all I saw anywhere online was a tsunami of scolding about the left's reaction. Stop celebrating. Show empathy. This is a national tragedy. You must feel deeply about it. You can't make jokes or not care. It is required that you care. Just let us hide the leftover balloons and streamers from Melissa and Mark Hortman getting assassinated 2 months ago super quick. I swear to God, whatever gets it done for you, the word empathy was suddenly everywhere. This is unbelievable cope, man. And you know what's funny? They're trying to say, oh, you should have never said it was the left who did it. Well, it was. As more information comes out, apparently there's an entire network, supposedly of 6 or 7 transgender people that knew that Charlie Kirk was, or at least it is alleged or alluded to, that they knew that something was going to happen to Charlie Kirk, and they were just waiting for it to hit the news, which the FBI is investigating right now. So we'll see what comes of that. So you got more comments by Valente on Charlie Kirk's assassination. So various right-wingers are calling for all Dems to be arrested. Okay, when did that happen? Getting reporters fired for being insufficiently mournful and calling for lifetime social media bans for wrong speak on Kirk. That is not what's happening. It's not wrong speak. You are literally celebrating the death of someone because they got shot to silence their speech. There is a big difference between that and either, you know, making a joke or saying you didn't like the guy and his opinions, but you're sad he's dead. Like there's so many things here. There's so many layers to this that these people don't even want to even admit is true. But apparently it's Peter Butter blocking time on this here app. Good times, and over skeet about empathy. So funnily, how suddenly the word empathy is both instantly everywhere online and no longer a sin. Oh my God. Valente continues on Charlie Kirk's assassination. Wow, she is melting down about this. She, he, whatever this is. I'm sorry, sort of, for posting about Charlie Kirk for a while and then going back to regular live chat. Look, I was 36 when Trump came down that fucking escalator. These people cannot eat every second of the rest of my life. We used to use the internet to just talk. I refuse to let them take that. Oh, the irony. The irony of that. We used to use the internet to just talk. I refuse to let them take that. Ooh. Well, there is a lot of irony behind this because you guys used a gun and refused to let Charlie Kirk talk, which I find to be extremely interesting that now you're trying to say that you refuse to let people take away your ability to talk. I don't know about that. Catherine also says, haha, you guys are so horny for empathy. You're not allowed to act 10% the way we do every day. LOL, checkmate libs. Isn't actually the gotcha that people who said empathy is a sin, of which Kirk was one, think it is. It would be cruel not to honor his wishes. And again, what she does is she takes a screenshot of a out of context clip to try to make Charlie Kirk look like something that he obviously wasn't, or at least not the way they say anyway. So this is the last of Valente celebrating Charlie Kirk's assassination. I think at this point we pretty much got the we got the picture on this person. I'll read one more, and then that's basically it. We'll move on to the next person. Flame me if you like, and I might be wrong, but look, between all of us, the left doesn't often do the lone gun. Oh, I'm done. I'm fucking done. It's unbelievable bullshit. So then you got Lee Knox Ostertag, writer for Blizzard Stories for World of Warcraft. He, him, she, her. Oh, so you're just everything. You did a Dragon Ball Z fusion with everything. Okay. The Witch Boy series, The Girl from the Sea, The Deep Dark, The Dungeon Club series, Strong Female Protagonist, Watson Sketchbook, TV, The Owl House, and more. Okay. And you are the writer for Blizzard Stories. Wow. That's thank God I never bought those. Jared Gillis is a Blizzard technical designer for World of Warcraft, reposting inflammatory posts on the Charlie Kirk assassination. So there goes Jared Gillis. I think I've made a video on this guy before. Personal account of an all-around nerd and technical designer on World of Warcraft. Opinions are mine and do not reflect my employers. Guys, I'm gonna say this from one last time. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but you putting opinions are my own in your bio is not this magic shield that you think it is. Okay, it doesn't work. It never fucking works. You putting opinions are my own in your bio is you just saying I'm retarded in your bio. This does not protect you. This does not save you from your company wanting to fire you if you say something that's completely out of pocket. This does not stop anything from happening. Stop. You guys look stupid. I mean, you already look stupid as it is, but you look really fucking stupid. I swear that's like a pet peeve of mine, but every time I see somebody with my opinions are my own, shut the fuck up, bro. We know that. We know that, which is why people are going after you. We know that. Anyway, Jared Gillis has so many reposts celebrating Charlie Kirk's assassination, it will likely fill up this whole thread. So just this last one to sum them all up, this is not a tech designer. This is an activist. Well, I mean, listen, we already know that. We already know that companies like this are completely, I guess, co-opted, taken over, whatever word you want to use. Filled with activists. And this is something we've been talking about for years. And they try to gaslight the public. They try to gaslight us and say that, oh, we're just harassing nice, normal people. No, we're not, bro. When we talk about the gaming industry and we talk about the issues that happen in the gaming industry, this is one of those issues. This is when you have game developer conferences talking about Marxism in gaming. The GDC is the biggest conference for game developers. And there are panels there that talk about Marxism in gaming. When you have something like that happening in the gaming industry, it's very clear that this goes well beyond just talking about games. And sure, I would love to just talk about games. We talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. We actually review games over here as well on our gaming channel. But at the end of the day, man, you guys are clearly not in this for the games. You're in this for whatever social impact that you can make while making these games. That's what you're in this for. You guys care about how many people you can convince to be a psychopath. That's what you care about. Matt Villers, at a Blizzard employee, as principal encounter designer on World of Warcraft, condemning the mourning of Charlie Kirk. Not surprised. Most reposts by Villers agreeing that Charlie Kirk deserved what happened to him, calling anybody mourning perverse. Oh, so it's not. Oh my God, bro. So you mean to tell me it's perverse to mourn the loss of some? Anyway. Nikki Gazelle Crenshaw works for Blizzard as an associate principal user researcher for the World of Warcraft franchise, reposting agreements that Charlie Kirk deserved what happened to him. I want you guys to realize something. Shout out to Asmongo for posting on this. Before we move on to the next guy, I want you guys to realize that Blizzard has been exposed in the past for their Slack channels, where their inner Slack channels at the company has crazy shit in it. These people are so surrounded by other people that think exactly like them that they're willing to talk like this at work. They're willing to have these conversations that they're having on Blue Sky right now. They're willing to have it in the Slack channels at work. They're willing to do it. And it's because the companies advocate for it. The companies all have these kind of mindsets. It starts with the leaders and it works its way down. They all have it. They're in a massive echo chamber over there. So when you look at these companies and they start firing people, just understand they're firing people because they don't want it to go further. They don't want it to go so far to the point where things really get discovered. They don't want that. They just want to keep it at a base level. They want to make it so that they can put some sacrificial lambs out there to quell the mob. And then that's it at that point. That's really what they want. But in any case, Blizzard game designer Daniel Boisel. Now, this guy is interesting. He continues to slam Charlie Kirk as hateful and bigoted and a horrible person, believes there is a double standard in violence reactions, decries that some victims seem more important than others based on politics, defends criticism as valid speech but condemns violence in all forms, claims that Charlie's legacy is being whitewashed, whatever that is. I know what I think, but this time I want to know what you think. This is Grum's post over here. Let's see what we got going on. Let me open this image in a new tab so we can make it a little bit bigger. So we got Daniel Boisel, game designer, content at Blizzard Entertainment. He says, my words are my... Oh my God. Are we seriously doing this again? Are we doing like you're about to write this entire code piece? You're about to write this entire nonsense, and you want to start it off to protect yourself from being fired? You want to start it off with my words are my own and in no way express the views of my colleagues and my employer? Do you think that they fucking care? Do you think that Microsoft is going to care? Which, by the way, you could believe them or not believe them, but Microsoft has come out and says that we're aware of the views expressed by a small subset. It's not small, by the way. It's not small at all. It is an extremely large subset of their employees. Regarding recent events, we take matters like this very seriously, and we are currently reviewing each individual situation. Comments celebrating violence against anyone are unacceptable and do not align with our values. Yeah, okay. Does anybody believe that? I don't. It's not a small subset. that. Okay, this is a massive amount of employees. How do we know that to be true? Well, if you guys forgot, Microsoft ended up getting raided by their own employees in a protest because Microsoft currently, their AI is being used to fund a lot of violence supposedly against Palestine and Gaza, and their employees, their woke employees, don't like it, so they raided their offices and took over the president's fucking office and had a protest there. So you mean to tell me it's just a small amount of employees? No, you guys are completely co-opted, and you got to deal with you have to deal with the people that you hired. I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, in regards to political violence, I'd like to remind this website that Melissa Hortman, a Democratic representative from, here we go again, and her husband, Mark Hortman, were both assassinated in their homes 3 months ago, which is also terrible, by the way. I feel like people, do you really need us to tell you that that's terrible? Okay, that's terrible. We're sorry. Now, you guys lost politicians. We lost somebody who's just a content creator, a social media influencer, somebody who was just having conversations. You think these politicians were going out there to college campuses and trying to talk to the youth in any meaningful way? No. These politicians, they only go to campuses to get their photo day, and then they move on with their lives. They don't give a fuck. The one person who gave a fuck got shot in the neck for giving a fuck. But in any case, in response, our government and right-wing extremists, here we go. Here we go with the extremism. And it's amazing because these are the people that don't even realize this kind of language right here, right-wing extremists, this kind of language is what is the reason why it happened to Charlie Kirk. And they're doing it not even a few days later after Charlie Kirk died. They didn't even wait a week. They're right back to the same bullshit. Right-wing extremism, Nazis. I'm surprised they didn't use that. Hitler, all this stuff. They're right back to doing it, bro. They can't help themselves because they know what they do. Is there a difference anymore? Made fun of their murders, didn't call for gun reform, didn't preach unity. What? Didn't honor the victims, didn't do everything in their power to condemn violence and punish the shooter. Fast forward to now when somebody on the right-wing side of politics is a victim to political violence, and suddenly the tone has shifted. You can't criticize Charlie's words. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can, in fact, criticize Charlie's words. You guys are not doing that. You guys are not doing that. You're doing that after celebrating his death. There is a big fucking difference. You can criticize his words. There's nothing wrong with that. You can criticize his beliefs. You can criticize all of that. People did it publicly at these debates, but you're not doing that. You are going well past that. You are saying, I'm glad he's dead and I wish others will follow. Well, not you, but other people. That's what they're doing. There's a big difference. Anyway, you will lose your job if you stand against his legacy. No, you will lose your job if you celebrate his death, you dumb gaslighting motherfucker. That's what you're doing. You're gaslighting people. You're trying to be woe is me. Woe is me. They're coming after me because I disagreed with him. No, that's not what you're doing right here is the entire reason why people see through your bullshit. You've done it for so long that nobody believes what you're saying. This would have worked 10 years ago. It doesn't work anymore. You'll be harassed by extremists. Apparently, only extremists are complaining about this. For even daring to think he was a problematic person. No, they're coming after you because you celebrated his death and you were hoping that it happened to his wife, his kids, and all that. That's why people are coming after people like you. You must be for violence and murders if you don't think Charlie was a saint. No, again, I mean, what the fuck? Everything you mentioned in this paragraph is literally nothing that people are complaining about. People are only going after those that are celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. That is the only people that they're going after. One victim of political violence is too many. It doesn't matter who it is. I agree. You can clearly see that some victims are more important than others based on their political leanings and rhetorics. No. What I will say is that some people are going to have a bigger backlash and a bigger effect on the world the more influential they were, right? Would you compare Martin Luther King to some random person that got killed in the streets for what they had to say? No, you wouldn't, because the level of influence that someone has is going to ripple through the world upon their death if they were to be assassinated. So Charlie Kirk, somebody who went to these campuses, talked to these young people, and actually was involved heavily in multiple different parts of politics, whether it's young people, older people, whatever, of course, is going to be a larger ripple effect versus some politicians that almost nobody even knew about or nobody even heard from or wasn't even doing anything even remotely close to what Charlie Kirk was doing. Like, what is so hard to understand about that? Anyway, so they said that Charlie Kirk's words were hateful and bigoted. See, if you would just say that and stop there, I feel like nobody would say anything. But you say they were hateful and bigoted, and that's why I celebrate his death. That's where people are like, what the fuck? And many on the right agree with his viewpoints. We should not be ashamed to call him out for the horrible person he was while he was alive. We should also stand up against violence, but you're not. In all forms, not just political. You're not. That's the problem. You're not. You literally just called people who are going against what you're saying right-wing extremists. So you're not standing against violence. You're actually fueling it. One victim of political violence, again, is too many. And then it says we should also stand up against violence in all forms if we want to actually come together in this country. I think coming together in this country is going to be a lot harder after you shot someone in the neck, right? Like once people with your particular beliefs shot someone in the neck for their particular beliefs, I think you don't realize just how much harder you guys made it to have actual discourse in this country. I don't think you realize it. As a proud gay man, no shocker there, and defender of the LGBTQ rights, I will always, you mean the same rights that everybody else has? Actually, you guys technically have more since you're a protected class. I will always condemn Charlie's words and fight against what he believed in, that some people are lesser. When did he believe? Oh, God. I will always stand up against political violence. You're not. You're not. You're literally not. As we would never wish it to happen on ourselves. Well, anyway. I will not remain silent against the whitewashing of Charlie's legacy. It is disgusting. How is this whitewashing? How is this whitewashing? Like, what the fuck is this? How is this whitewashing Charlie's legacy? What do you even mean by? Again, you are saying the same talking points that led to this level of rhetoric that radicalized certain people to shoot Charlie Kirk. You are saying the same thing. Right-wing extremism, whitewashing, bigots. You are saying the same fucking shit. You guys cannot help yourselves. And then you're not even self-aware to realize that you are continuing the same thing. It's like, it's almost as if you cannot learn from history, which, to be fair, we already know that's true because you can't. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in this situation. So in any case, ladies and gentlemen, this was a look into the minds of Blizzard employees. People are obviously calling for them to be fired, just like everybody else that's being called to be fired right now. There's a lot of craziness going on in the gaming industry. And it's because as much as we want to go back to talking about the industry, and trust me, I do. I just talked about Borderlands 4. I talk about a lot of things. You can't ignore this. That's the problem. Like, when you cover things like this, you literally can't ignore this, because if you cover the gaming industry, it's impossible to ignore these people, because these people want attention so bad. They want to be the center of attention for their ideology, their identity, whatever nonsense. It's impossible to ignore this. It's impossible to ignore these people who have been so obviously crazy over the last few years that now that somebody acted on that crazy, they want to pretend like, oh, we got to turn the temperature down. We got to slow down. Violence should be bad on both sides. This is something we got to come together as a country. You shot the country in the neck, bro. I mean, what more is there to say? So you guys let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about Blizzard overall? What do you think about what some of their employees had to say? What do you think about this entire cope message over here from Daniel? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next one. I gotta be honest with you, boys. I can't read that shit, man. That shit legitimately pisses me off. The obvious gaslighting, the obvious lies. Like, and then you're trying to say we should come together, but then you start the entire conversation before you say we should come together. You start the entire conversation. You're like, right-wing extremists, bigots. I mean, you should just call us a fucking chud at this point. You should have just called us a chud at this point, bro. That would have been. Anyway, all right. Let's catch up on super chats, man. It's just fucking aggravating, bro. It's aggravating, bro. It really is. It's aggravating. And you know what it is? These are people who are creatures of habit, right? They're creatures of habit. So they don't change. They've been doing the same thing for literally years upon years upon years, right? They've been doing the same thing, and they don't care if it works or it doesn't work. As long as it worked one time, they're going to continue to do the same thing. So now when the entire world is pissed at them, the idea that they have in their mind is to say, well, these are right-wing extremists. You're doing the same thing. Do you guys not learn? Are you incapable of learning? For people who pretend to be so goddamn intellectually superior, are you incapable of learning? I guess so. Ah, man. Yeah, I agree. They have so much hatred in their heart, and they did it for so long. Yep, they destroyed themselves inside. It's hard to see it. Well, that's why I firmly believe that the uglier someone is on the inside, the uglier they usually are on the outside. You know, like if you've seen some of these younger people who started off as just normal people, then they go to college and they become indoctrinated, and then like 10 years later, bro, they transform. Some of these girls too, they transform from like really like decent looking girls to I mean, I don't even know what to even call it. Sincerely, I don't even know what to even call it at this point. Really quick, I want to give a special shout out to No Hearts Left over on Steam. Fucking legend, man. He says, remember people wanted to touch your big broad shoulders and Smash JT had a dream about you? I miss your gay era. No Hearts Left gifted Mass Builder. Commander, customize and build your mechanical assault skeleton. Nice. And lead the fight against an alien invasion. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much. And then he also gifted Katanaut, which is a fast-paced Metroidvania-inspired action roguelite. Bro, why is everything in this world a roguelite?
Holy shit.
Everything in this world is a roguelite. Why? Shout out to No Hearts Left. Thank you for Katanaut. And then he gifted Raven's Watch. Okay, I have no idea what this game is, but I'm going to call it a roguelite. I don't know what this is. I haven't read the description yet. Let's see. Hold on. Ready? Raven's Watch. Let's see. Fallen heroes of old folk tales and legends, you are on the verge of a crucial battle against a nightmare invading and corrupting your world. A roguelite action game.
Holy shit.
Guys, what the fuck, man? Roguelite action games for the creator of Curse the Dead Gods, playable solo or an online co-op. Shout out to No Hearts Left, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, man. That's fucking crazy. No, everything's a roguelite. You know what it is? So I think what it is that roguelite and Souls-like are two tags on Steam that are highly popular. So if they can utilize those tags, they will. Like the people who are uploading their games to Steam, they will utilize those tags to try to broaden the search as much as humanly possible for their game. That's what I think is happening here, because every game being tagged as a fucking roguelite is really annoying. It's really annoying. So, but in any case, let's catch up on super chats and let's figure out what we're gonna do from here. So let's see, where are we at? We got Levistro with a $20 banger. Says, well, I gotta go now, boss, but I want everyone to know I never stream or make videos or game without my cup of Hypnotic brand instant coffee, established 1619. Go to hypnocoffee.com and enter PR promo code SHILLCOFFEE for 10% off. Come on, bro. We do not have a coffee company. Euro with $4.99. The only thing left about Blizzard is their corn. There you go. That's true. Overwatch porn is carrying that company. Eris Warriendy with a 50 says, racially and mentally handicapped, buy this man's coffee, people. He needs all of our support. There you go. Accident Seller with an NOK 20 saw a gamer in Team Fortress 2 called Black Men Kissing. What? What the fuck? Jedi Knight with a 2. Pickett's campaign to get Charlie Kirk NPC in GTA 6. That would be crazy. Euro with 199. Blizzard just bite the cork and sell corn. I mean, can you imagine if Blizzard did like condone the Overwatch porn and like tried to make it a thing? That'd be crazy. Mr. Melancholy with a 5. Blizzard backchats had a fit when Trump got elected, so I'm not surprised this is allowed. Wasn't it a Blizzard employee who said 2x your local MAGA? Yes, he did. Yep. Yes, it was. Little Jim's Halo with a 5. Alicante Horton and her husband were ended by a left-wing assassin who was friends with Tim Waltz. That's why the story got dropped. They had to hide it. Yeah, but aren't they trying to blame it on someone who's a right-wing assassin or something? I mean, again, this is fucking insane. This is fucking insane. Asura with a 5. I hate roguelites so much, and I hate that 50% of indies comprise of them. Worst genre ever. Well, again, so Asura, the reason why I said it the other day, that the reason why they're doing roguelites is because roguelites you can turn into a game that provides hours upon hours upon hours of content on content that actually isn't supposed to be hours upon hours. Right? So if somebody makes 4 fast chapters, like TMNT, for example, great game, by the way, but let's not pretend like it's a long game. TMNT, 4 story chapters. You could complete the game in 45 minutes. But the reason why you can't do it is because eventually you die and you have to go back and unlock upgrades and do it again and do it again and do it again. You're doing the same shit over and over and over again. That's why it's minimal content that gets redone over and over and over again. It lets their budget go further, and then they can sit there and pretend like they're giving you a game that's giving you, 20, 30, 40 hours of content, when really it's only giving you like 45 minutes of content that's just recycled in different ways, So that's what it is. Okay, we're fully caught up on YouTube. Let's go over on Rumble. Shout out to Rumble. What do we got over here, boys? Let's scroll down. We got Adair Soto with $1. I hate them when they bring the politician. The same thing happened to Charlie Kirk, and sure, it shouldn't happen to both of them. Shouldn't deserve to die. But those are two completely different things. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Democulus says they use replayability as a selling point. Exactly. That's why what do you call it? That is why roguelites are so successful, or at least so popular, or being like ridiculous at this point. Mr. Spanger's coffee just gifted to the I am your president. Play as a fictional U.S. president in this satirical narrative strategy. Lead Democrats or Republicans to make America great again. Again. He says, Hypnospash 2028. Let's fucking go. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much, Mr. Spangers. I appreciate that, man. Crazy fucking legend, man. All right, boys. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna do the waifu battle. I see you guys having an amazing conversation in the chat. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for having actual discourse. Just try not to shoot each other. That would be preferable. We are going to do the waifu battle. If you're new here, guys, after this stream, I'm most likely going to be doing Griffcast on Hypnotic Gaming Live to try to finish up Lost Soul Aside. So if you want to hang out with me some more, wait about an hour or two. I'll be live over there. Go subscribe to that channel. And obviously, if you're new here, Hypnocast every day, Sunday through Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come hang out with us as we talk about gaming issues of the day. It would be awesome to see you here. It really would. All right, boys. Let's get into. Oh, what about the Hasan scenario? Fuck! I didn't even get a chance. Oh my god. Fuck. Okay, so I'm gonna cover it quickly. Let's talk about that. I'm gonna make that into a separate video. I could also cover it tomorrow, but you're right. I should at least bring it up. So, really quick, I was gonna cover this. So, Madam Savvy put out this post that I thought was really interesting. And she says, a quiet ban would not be enough for me. Dan Clancy needs to step down, which, by the way, Dan Clancy is something that has been advocated for a long time, right? People have been wanting Dan Clancy to step down. They feel like he's running Twitch into the ground. He's obviously super butt buddies with Hasan. And Hasan is a very well-protected person over on Twitch. We all know that. And then she says, Twitch needs to issue a statement acknowledging they do not enforce rules evenly and will clean up their moderation team. I don't think that's going to be possible. And here's why. So a lot of the Twitch mods over there that work for the company, those moderators are actively in Hasan's chat all the time, protecting him. They're literally in his chat all the time. He is protected by these mods. He is protected by the platform, and they do everything possible to put him on a pedestal. And then she says, a full third-party investigation should be done on internal communications. That's never happening. Good luck with that. Oh, my God. The things you would find. I would even be surprised if some of them were part of these supposed little terror units that they're finding out about. I wouldn't be surprised if you find, like, if the FBI that's investigating these the supposed 6 trans people that knew about the shooting before it happened, I wouldn't be surprised if they discover some internal fucking networks that have Twitch involved some way, somehow. Not as a company, but the people who work there, for sure. I would not be surprised in the slightest. That's why I haven't used Twitch in forever. I have not used Twitch in forever because I can't stand the fucking platform. I think the platform is completely full of shit. I think it's so obvious that they are what old school Twitter used to be. Old school Twitter used to be where left-wing content was there 95, 97, 98% of the time. Anything even remotely center right or right-wing, whatever, was completely shadow banned or just banned in general. It was an echo chamber of leftist ideals. That's what Twitter was before Elon Musk bought it. And now Elon Musk bought it, and now it's the wild, wild west where everything's allowed. And things are, and I feel like that's how it should be. Everything should be allowed, but still, people don't view it the same. People view everything being allowed as right-wing extremism. Like, oh, okay, sure. We already know plenty of low lives work there. Plenty have been exposed over the years, but this will never happen. I have 2 streamers I really enjoy who still stream there, but I won't go back to the website to watch anyone. Instead, I will use my partner Twitch account to read off Hasan quotes and then endlessly play it back until it is banned for his words and glorification of terrorism. Now, she's quote tweeting Tectone, who says Twitch is corrupt and needs immediate action. Twitch, you must ban Hasan. They're not going to ban Hasan. Like, Twitch is going to go down swinging as much as they can before they ever ban Hasan. Now, obviously, there's this video going around about Hasan. This is old. You can tell by his setup. This is an old account. Not account, I'm sorry. This is an old clip of Hasan. But, you know, this is just one of many clips that Hasan has calling for actual violence against people based on their politics. You know, I can play it, but I'm pretty sure all of you guys have basically seen this by now. And then the beautiful thing about all this is now here's where it gets crazy. So remember when Elon Musk called out Bob Iger and basically said, Bob Iger, fuck you, when Bob Iger pulled ads from Disney from X? And then Bob Iger, like a year later, had to come crawling back to X because he realized that he needs X. Well, now Elon Musk is now tagging and calling out Jeff fucking Bezos from Amazon, which is amazing. So when we say that Twitch protects Hasan, it's because it trickles down, right? Amazon protects Twitch. Twitch protects Hasan. Hasan continues to be the good boy. Like, just keep putting out the stuff. Keep putting out what they want you to say. You know, Dan Clancy has been on record saying that they want to attract younger and younger viewers. They want to attract young viewers to the platform because, well, I mean, look what they show on the platform. Now, here's the amazing thing. He tags Jeff Bezos. And, I mean, this thing has 12,000 likes, 347 comments. This thing, I guarantee you, by tomorrow is going to have probably 20,000 likes, a million views. This thing is pretty wild. They're tagging Jeff Bezos, and I'm going to tell it to you like this. Twitch is around because of Jeff Bezos. Twitch is around because of Amazon. Twitch has never once been profitable. I want you all to understand this, okay? Twitch has never been profitable. Ever, okay? Twitch is only alive right now because Amazon subsidizes Twitch. Amazon subsidizes Twitch because they know how important Twitch is to control the minds of the young people. They want to control the minds of younger people, and it's just a gateway. That's really what it is. They love the content. They love all of this stuff. They want to utilize it to the best of their ability. But Twitch has been subsidized by Amazon for the longest time. Sincerely, for the longest time. If you look at their financials, they don't make money. They're always fucking losing money. And it's been like this for the longest time. Hasan and Asmongold, probably more so Hasan than anything, are their big money makers. And Asmongold doesn't even fucking care. Asmongold doesn't even care about Twitch. He just multi-streams everywhere at this point. But even not caring about Twitch, he still gets a big viewership on Twitch, which is hilarious, by the way. So at this point, Amazon's going to continue to protect Twitch, which will continue to protect Hasan. If you guys want something done about Hasan, it's not going to come from Twitch. It's going to come from Amazon. Plain and simple, which I don't think is going to happen. So But that doesn't mean you can't obviously make your voice heard on X, right? I don't think they're going to shoot you over it. I hope not anyway. But yeah, you can make your voice heard over on X and see what happens from it. But I don't think anything's going to happen. This entire conversation that Hasan is being clipped in right now, I'll play a little bit.
Left wingers, liberals, you need to be fucking showing your opponent's guts on there, okay? You need to be gutting them. You need to be shanking these motherfuckers and letting their intestines just ride on stage.
Wow.
Slice them up. Slice them and fucking dice them. What the fuck is this?
All right, well, that's enough. Again, there's a lot of clips out there. He's been like this for years, okay? He's been like this for years. I don't want anybody sitting up here and pretending like this is suddenly Hasan doing this over the last 6 months to a year. He's been like this forever, okay? It doesn't make it right, though. But what I'm saying is that they are not going to do anything. They advocate for it. They love this shit. They love this shit. They love riling up the youth. They love this shit. They love the fact that his chat is being spammed nonstop in support of it. They love it. They love it. So, in any case, wow. I mean, at this point, like I said, I don't watch Hasan. I can't, bro. I can't. I don't think anybody here probably watches Hasan unless you're watching him to hate watch him. But I got too much to do. I got too much to do with it today. I can't be hate watching people. But in any case, this is it's wild shit. But this is the first time that Elon Musk has ever tagged Jeff Bezos directly and said, so what you going to do about it? So I'll be very curious to see if Jeff Bezos says anything or if Amazon says anything. I highly doubt they will. But if they do, obviously, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. And that's basically it. I'll cover it a little bit deeper if anything more happens. But I can't fucking stand this guy. I really can't. I really can't. And again, I want to reiterate, I don't think this man should be harmed. I think at this point, you're going to push this kind of shit. The platforms need to be held accountable to an extent, but to harm this guy, like, we will never be the same. We will never be the same. And the sad thing is that he will never be the kind of person to say that back genuinely. He just won't. He'll be like, oh, it would be so terrible if something happened to you. I would feel so bad. Oh, I wouldn't want that. We don't want violence. We don't want violence. I just wanted to see you gutted on the street, but we don't want violence. Like, oh, shut up, bro. Shut the fuck up, bro. Such bullshit. Anyway, yeah, I doubt Amazon's gonna do anything. I doubt it, bro. I doubt it. All right, let's check this out. So we got really quick, Abhorred Soul over on Rumble. It just dropped a 5 membership. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. Shout out to Abhorred Soul. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. And then we got there is no fucking way that there is an account called Roguelike Nautic. There is no way, bro. There is no way, bro. That is unfucking believable. I'm so done, bro. I'm done. Roguelike Nautic with a 2. Yup, this is the thing. Oh, God. Jesus Christ, man. Yoru with a 199. Nah, that was Tumblr. That site is subject 0. Fair enough. Tumblr was weird. Mr. Melancholy with a 5. Denims calls Tectone a grapist. Twitch sleeps Tectone. Calls Denim a who were. Twitch acts. Twitch needs a spring cleaning or go. Yeah, apparently calling somebody fat is worse than saying your guts should be on the ground. I suppose, for your political ideology. It's interesting. Sable Phoenix with a 2. BlackRock and Vanguard owed 65% of Amazon. Curious. Not that shocking. Denerai with a 5. Destiny called for Gino of Khan for years, so this is nothing new. I'm more baffled that current U.S. admin did nothing about it. It's terrorism. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think what it is that a lot of our politicians are old. They don't understand culture. They don't. Some of them do. Most of them don't. And they look at things like Twitch, YouTube, more so Twitch, and like gaming platforms, or what's supposed to be a gaming platform. Now it's not really, but they look at those platforms and they're like, oh, it's just fucking, it's just gamer nonsense. But at this point, I think they understand it now. I think they understand it now because now the FBI is getting involved, checking Discord groups that were involved with the shooting, checking Steam groups. There was a Steam group called If You Read This, You're Gay that is telling people to use encrypted messaging services about that situation, right? And they said this like an hour or two after Charlie Kirk got shot. And if you remember, on one of the bullet casings for the shooter, it said, if you read this, you're gay. What are the chances of that? Because he was part of that Steam group, which means that Steam group can now be considered. I mean, it just, again, it keeps going and going and going and going. So follow the information. Let's see, what do we got? Let's continue. All right, we're fully caught up. All right, boys, thank you guys so much again for all the new people in here. Shout out to you. Appreciate you, whether you agree or disagree. Thank you guys for watching. Consider liking the stream on your way out or disliking, whatever. Doesn't really matter to me. We're going to have fun now, and we're going to do the waifu battle, and we're going to close out the stream. If you don't know what the waifu battle is, well, I mean, probably should, but that's okay. We're going to have some fun. Thank you guys so much, and see you on the next one. For the waifu battlers, let's have some fun. Let's hang out. Let's clear our minds a little bit. And I got an interesting battle for you today. This is going to be a mega waifu showdown. It's going to be a good one. So let's fucking go. All right, boys. Waifu battles here. Now, if you guys missed the waifu battle on Friday, we had a brand new champion get crowned. Obviously, Fridays are Battle of Champions, so former champions show up guaranteed to try to take their belt back. And needless to say, Shion absolutely destroyed it, and she got her belt back, ladies and gentlemen. So before we bring out the challenger, let's go over the rules of engagement. Rule number 1. All super... And I saw somebody in the chat said, oh, I'm too broke for the waifu battle. So what? Stay in the chat. Talk to people. Talk shit. Talk shit about the waifus. Who cares if you can't donate? Talk shit. Come on. Have fun. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count towards a particular waifu. But the only way that is going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You gotta put the name first. If you do not put the name of the wife in the super chat first, then it will not count. It doesn't matter how big they are. So put the name first. If you vote after the fact and you put the name of the wife you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make them all count. Rule number 2. You can vote for any wife regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You can vote for the champion, who is Shion, or you can vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After the 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It does not matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts, so please, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? We clearly don't. We clearly don't understand the rules. We never do. Let's be real. Let's be real. All right, guys, listen. This particular waifu, she's pretty legendary, bro. All right. She's one of the most, she's from, I should say, one of the most popular anime and mangas in existence. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, she's glorious. And if anybody's going to give Shion a run for her money, I think she's the one that could probably do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the challenger that's going to go up against Shion is going to be the one and the only Robin from One Piece. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Shion or is it going to be Robin? Let me know in the comments right now. Let's go. Let's go. Shion versus Robin. This got to be a good fight, bro. This has to be a good fight. You got people saying Shion. You got people saying Robin already. Let's go. Shion versus Robin. Who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? Look at this guy. Motorboats. Blah, 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 blah. We got Deadeye's Lock for $1 on Rumble, starting us off saying Nico Robin. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much. Rumble's back in the Waifu Battle, boys. We got Mr. Melancholy with a 10, saying Nico Robin with the heart face emojis, the brick emojis, and says, hell yeah. Shout out to fucking Mr. Melancholy. You love to see it. Everybody's getting bricked. Look at this. Ali Kusanagi with a 10 banger saying Robin and that he's also bricked. There's a lot of bricked in the chat. There's a lot of bricked in the chat. Waifu Wendy is voting for herself. Bro, that profile picture, I swear to God, is so crazy. Asura with a 2 says hashtag Shion One Piece is... Oh, no. Oh, no. This man said One Piece is trash. He says you're all trash. All you One Piece fans are trash. Damn, bro. That's crazy. I hope you got backup, Isura. Sephiroth with a $10 banger says Nico Robin. Shout out to Sephiroth. That's going to make Sonya happy. Bro. Oh, man. One Piece getting attacked. This is interesting. Asura's going to go down swinging. Oh, look at this. Serpentine DD say he's out of line, but he's right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got Derek Jalen, the Fallout modder with a 10 says Shion. There we go. We got some Shion love. There we go. There we go. The Sura's got some backup. Now we're going to find out who really wants it. One Piece fans or Shion fans? Mr. Melancholy with a 2. Nico Robin. My girl next to Boa Hancock. Bricked. Shout out to you, bro. Dark Obsidian with a 4.99 says Robin. Acceptable. Randall Hess with a 5 says Nico Robin. Acceptable. Shout out to Randall Hess. Frost Puma with a 50 says Nico Robin from my Goonin brothers. Very nice, very nice. Twisted Master with a $50 mega banger says Robin. Oh shit. Now, bro, okay. Shion fans, y'all need help, bro. Shion fans, you guys need help, bro. You guys need help. We need a stage 5 emergency for Shion fans, man. We need a stage 5 emergency. ASAP. We got BioT Wolf 19 with a 7. Shion 5, Robin 2. Only for the fact that I do not have time to catch up on One Piece. I respect that. I respect that. One Piece is a motherfucker to try to catch up on if you haven't been following it since the beginning. Terramoix with a 10 says Nico Robin, childhood love. Let's fucking go, bro. We got a bit of a battle going on, but right now Nico Robin is fucking destroying Shion. So now we got to see if the Shion fans are going to show up, boys. And she's ready for you. She's ready for you. We're going to bring out the champion. None other than Shion, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock. And let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Shion? Or is it going to be Robin? Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Darth Gooner. Darth Gooner with a 2 says Shion, One Piece does suck. Oh, man. Oh, man. You know what's crazy? So Shion's losing so bad right now, but the Shion fans are the ones talking the most shit. Come on, Shion fans. You gotta summon a big hit. We got Deaderier with a 5, says Robin. Sorry, got distracted by Verso. And Expedition, you so gay. Oh man, he's so unapologetically gay. It's amazing. It's hilarious, bro. Shout out to Deaderier. He says after all. Insane, bro. What a fucking legend. Mrs. Spangus Coffee with a 2. Shion. Sorry, babe. Got them bills to pay. I don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Bro, Twisted Master. Oh, man. Twisted Master with a $50 mega banger. Again, this man is scared of Shion. He is scared of Shion. He knows the power Shion normally has. He knows it. And he's trying to ensure that Robin has a big enough lead. Surely there must be somebody out there who wants to fight as a Shion fan, but it doesn't look like it right now. It don't look like it right now. Some people are calling the waifu battle already. Is this waifu battle over already? Damn, like that? Abhorrent Soul saying, is it over? Oh, man. Sonia says Shion is fine. I admit it. There you go. You got Sonia's seal of approval. David Myers says, not really. I think it's over, man. I think it's over. A lot of people are saying it's over. Mr. Melancholy says, yes, it's over. This person, Shane, says, can't believe this bimbo beat my Yuna. Xavier says, stop the damn match. She's dead. There's got to be a chair shot hiding in the shadows, says Cookie Kaiju. I don't know, man. The gap is getting bigger and bigger. If there's going to be a chair shot, it's going to have to be huge. Otherwise, I don't know, man. Dog, I don't know who to root for. Figure it out. Figure it out. Deaderiah says, unless someone drops 300, I don't think it's going to be 300. But, I mean, listen, it's never over till it's over. But at this point, it's looking pretty over. We got Obsidian with a 5 saying Robin over on Rumble. Even Rumble is joining in for Robin. Damn. Damn. Sonia's like, where are my chair shotters? I don't know. T-Jab says the gap in this is in the triple D rage. Holy shit. Oh, man. BioTivo says, are some people feeling safe? Hypnotic Rapture says Shion is losing. David Byer says, I'm just watching. It's pretty much over. You never know, bro. You never know. I'm inclined to agree with you. But we're about to find out, I guess. I don't know why people are being super quiet. We'll find out. Nothing might happen. We'll see. Depends how safe people feel. We shall see. All right. Shion's coming off stream right now. And we are going to do the final countdown. Who is going to win? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The last super chat. Oh my God, bro. The last super chat that is going to count is Kira Nightshade. Wow. With a $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger. And he says, Robin, I miss the One Piece rap. Holy shit, bro. Oh my God. Fallen Angel snuck one in there with a 2. Says Shion because of my post. Twisted Master with a $50 mega banger says Robin, surprise. God damn, Twisted Master. That's 350 bangers for Robin. This man wanted Robin to win. And then Derek Jalen, the Fallout modder with $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger, tried so hard to fight. So hard. Shout out to him, man. He says, Shion, +1 loyalty, -1 cooking skills. Facts. That's so true. And then War Wizard, unfortunately, did not count for $199, saying Robin, Buster Call on her devil fruits. God damn, bro. All right, mods, count it up. I think we know where this is. But for the red boys in the chat, while we're waiting for the numbers, this is for you. Shout out to you guys, Kira Nightshade, Derek Jalen, Twisted Bastard, and everybody joining in on the Waifu Battle. Thank you guys so much. That was an insane fight. Quite a bit one-sided, unfortunately. I thought Shion would put up a much better fight than that. But unfortunately, I guess we underestimated the love of Robin, I suppose. Fucking crazy, man. It's amazing. We got TJ with the numbers. Hold on. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn off the music. Damn. Holy shit, boys. Holy shit, boys. All right. Let's read out the numbers. We got Robin with $317.86 against the former champion, Shion, at $123 flat, which means that the winner and the new Waifu Battle champion is none other than the one and the only, showing that the One Piece fans talk the most shit, Robin, ladies and gentlemen. God damn, man. What a fight. What a fucking fight. That's crazy. Deaderier was like, you guys can get pegged with that horn. That is fucking crazy. Let's do it one more time, boys. One more time. Let's go. One more. For all the Shion fans out there, take no offense to this, but this song is for you.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard.
And that's that's going to be it for the waifu battle, ladies and gentlemen. Robin's going to go backstage and she will face off against another waifu tomorrow. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern. Do not miss it. Do not miss it, boys. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, listen. Shout out to all you guys. We are fully caught up, bro. We are fully caught up. Hey, special shout out to Rumble. It was amazing having you guys back officially with us. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the CEO of Rumble, connecting with me and ensuring that things got taken care of. Never saw that coming, but shout out to all of you guys that made a big stink about it to make him want to reach out to me. So that was awesome. Special shout out to YouTubers, for everybody on YouTube for holding it down as well during the Rumble debacle. Just like when we had YouTube down, Rumble held it down. Now Rumble was down and YouTube held it down. So thank you guys so much. Regardless of where you're watching, I appreciate it. We got This Female Gamer with it too. One Piece fans show up, not just shock, not just shit talk. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hold on, I saw a comment in there. I saw a comment and I missed it. I already missed it. Fuck. All right, boys. David Meyer says, I'll watch right up to the battle. Yeah, that's what a lot of people do. About half of our viewership watches the waifu battle. The other half, they kind of go about their way after the main show is done. That's why we have a 2-part show. We just have fun. We hang out, man. That's what we do at the end of the stream. Considering all the crazy shit we talk about every single day, we just try to have fun at the end of the stream. That's all. That's all. We've been doing it for almost 2 years now. It's fucking awesome, man. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. As I said before, I will most likely be griffcasting. Most likely tonight. I just got to get the work done, the edits done as fast as possible. So come hang out with me tomorrow. Tonight. And should be a lot of fun over on Hypnotic Gaming Live. And we're going to try to finish up Lost Soul Aside if we can. If not, we'll get pretty close to doing it. So thank you guys so much for everything. I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody who liked the stream, commented, spammed the chat, super chatted, gifted memberships. I appreciate all of it. Shout out to Rumble and shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you as well, but I'm out. I'm gone, and I will see you in the next one. Stay to the end for the raid. We're going to raid someone. Smash is not live today, so we're going to find someone to raid and tell them to protect their booty hole when we raid them. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck it, yeah, don't put a ticket in, make her lady gay. Fuck it, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it, we eat, and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day California shit! Cause it's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring light. I bring light.